First down, dog.
All right, here we go. West Industry Athletics Super Bowl recap show. I can't even fucking keep a straight face. It's now 1:30 in the morning.
It always feels really late.
Today at the studio, what happened was there was a hit country single being recorded. Jiu-jitsu fight broke out, and Jack Black was here.
It was an amazing day.
And now we're recording this podcast.
Is a jiu-jitsu fight like a breakdance fight?
Yeah, it looked very similar.
Yeah.
Looked very similar.
But they touch each other.
And sweaty.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot of sweat.
Sweaty. A lot.
But anyways, to the football side, we did it.
We're doing it.
This is now week 37 of this podcast.
37.
Last week was the Super Bowl. It was a great episode. We all are collectively talking about how good of an episode it was for how much we listened to it. It was 3 hours long. And but I'm out of juice. I can't even post on Instagram
Week
anymore.
52. We have to start this all over again next week.
I'm not going to be able to post on Instagram for at least 3 to 4 months at this point.
It became a chore. It did become like to post the things and repost and to do this and I hate it. I hate social media. I hate posting. If you follow my account because you followed West Industry Athletics and then you followed me, you're like, oh, this guy hasn't posted in 2 years. Like, I don't like it. I don't do it. It became a chore every Sunday morning to like, oh fuck, I gotta get a couple of things up. I hate it.
You know, it's pretty crazy.
Just listen to the goddamn show. Follow my picture. You're gonna make some fucking money. Don't follow me on social because it's a terrible follow.
So for a while, we would get the post from John every like Sunday morning. We would get the official graphic of our picks. And when I was like hitting like 5-1, 4-2, when I was hitting, I was doing it every Sunday morning perfectly. And then I'd miss a week. And I sucked that week. I'm like, oh, superstition. I'm like, I got to get back to posting. I got to start posting this. I got nuts over it. I really did get nuts over it.
I tried to bribe one of my kids to be like, you want to be a social media manager? You can put it on a resume. I was like, you just do all the social and just like do all this and post stuff all day. And they're like, no, it sounds fucking miserable. And
it's what we need.
No, we're doing that on our own thing.
We need an 18-year-old to want to do that.
It's a job in itself, though. It really is.
It is. Yeah. It was fun. It's fun.
Keeping up with that stuff is.
Yeah. What are you doing next season?
Managing all the trolls. It's also a whole.
I love the trolls.
I feel like most of the trolls came from like Katie's followers also.
Yeah, it's so weird how they never came from mine. Yeah.
That's the truth.
I don't know where that came from.
No, listen, we had a lot of fun. I had fun. I can't believe we did it all those weeks in a row except for one, which was like doomed and mushed by myself. But
we did it though.
Yeah, and even better. Postseason, we got every guest. Brendan doesn't count. He was actually here for the poker tournament, so that's enough. I don't really need him on camera. But we got Katie back for the final episode of the season.
Hi.
Dynamite dropping.
I'm not drunk this week like I was last week.
Not yet.
Not off pizza.
Not off pizza.
You know the other thing about your son that I realized is like, does anybody watch the show Euphoria?
No,
I want to watch it though because everyone's talking about it.
Fucking kid looks exactly like your son.
I heard there's a lot of male genitalia in that.
A lot of dick in it.
Yeah,
a lot of dick.
Is that
Jacob
why it looks like
or
my
whatever,
son?
the
Do you
main
know what
character?
my son genitalia looks like? Is that what we're talking about here?
I hypnotized him once.
Oh, that's an inside joke that's really funny to us and not funny to anybody listening.
What's up, Joe Rubino?
That's actually good.
Holy Jesus.
Wait, what?
Euphoria, his son.
Yeah,
looks
no,
like
that's
it.
not what I'm saying.
Yeah,
His
no,
penis.
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was here. He took everybody's money, and that was his episode this postseason.
That's true.
I'm happy we got everybody back. And
I'm happy that we made it because we almost canceled this shit like week 3. Week 3.
3, 7,
right.
10.
But really, week 3, you were like, we can't do it anymore. We can't. It's over. It's over. I was like, come on.
I'll tell you this. This season, like, I've been gambling since, I don't know, maybe I'm 17, so a long fucking time now. And it was like, the show kind of, it gets to the point where it becomes a chore. Sometimes in the middle of the season, you're like, I gotta do that fucking show. And you do your research, do that. I've never had a better season than I did this year.
Nice.
Like, record on the show is what it is, but because you're forced to do the research, you're not waking up Sunday morning in your underwear, just throwing the bed in. Like, you're doing the research during the week. You're listening to a bunch of other stuff. You're reading some stuff. You're still putting those dumb bets in. And if I didn't do that underwear bet on Sunday morning, we'd be killing it. Like, the stuff that we say every single week, like it is, and we keep going back to it every other podcast. Like, so I'm happy. I don't care if no one listens. I'm making a ton of money off the show just because it's forcing me to do the research I should have been doing for a long time now.
I can't wait for next year now that I have accounts.
Yeah.
Counts.
Accounts.
What's also nice is that Kurt doesn't have to go home and sleep in separate beds from his wife on Tuesday nights.
Until she finds out about the accounts. And then he's not even going to sleep in the
She
house.
will not find out about the accounts. However, she did find out about my winnings this week, but we'll talk
Oh
about
my
that.
God. It's always, you have to do
It's
it.
the fucking boxes. It's the boxes.
Yeah,
Squares.
it's always like, oh, hey, babe.
Not squares. Boxes.
I won
Whoever.
$200.
Have you noticed everybody on TV? I know I brought it up to you guys through text, but everyone, even Bill Burr today, I listened to his Monday.
Called it a square.
Called it a square.
No, that's
He
weird.
literally said, it was fun. We were there sitting watching the Super Bowl. We're all doing squares. We're all in squares.
No.
Squares.
No.
When
Never
did this
said
become a
that.
thing?
No, never.
It's not a thing.
So why is everyone saying
It's
it?
not allowed to be a thing. Don't even entertain it. Stop
It's
it.
boxes, and I won a lot of them.
All right.
Sorry.
Congratulations.
Sorry.
This week's episode is sponsored by Albert's Pizza of Wyandanch, Long Island, New York. Decent pizza.
Come on. Shout it out the right way. Copeg.
Straight up, it's a 6.
Ooh, now we're
It's a
stealing
6.
pizza reviews.
It's a straight up 6.
Oh my God.
You are so nuts.
Wait.
'Cause
All right,
they
but that's
do
a good
it
starting
upside
point. But
down?
you two are big Albert's fans. What do you give that?
Now, Albert's not a pizza. It's not every Friday pizza you're ordering Albert's. You're ordering Albert's for like a thing. It's like, hey, we're getting Albert's.
Right there,
It's like
lowers,
tuxedo
right there,
pizza?
Right there lowers it.
You put
2
it in that
points.
world?
Tuxedo pizza.
Yeah, like fancy pizza, like once
No,
every
it's not
3
fancy. It's just you're not doing it every week. You
That's
said
not-
before,
'Cause
like
it's not good.
no,
No, that's
it's
crazy.
fucking amazing. Albert's pizza is awesome. You can have 107 slices in a night because that is the best pizza to heat up.
107. I had one. I'm full as hell because of that crust.
Fucking amateur. When you heat up a regular slice in the oven, there's that sweet spot where it's either perfect or awful. Albert's, you don't have that sweet. It's not as long, so you can heat up Albert's in the oven or the broiler or whatever you have, whatever the fuck you have.
I saw you microwave that pizza, which is something that I would
Well,
never
you don't
do
have a
in my
toaster
life.
oven here
Never
that I saw,
microwave.
so
I
it
mean,
had to go to the
there's
microwave.
like 10 trailers. There's like 10 tractors on the side. You couldn't start one up and put it on the fucking
I
radiator.
absolutely could have. But the beauty about Albert's is you can reheat that pizza better than any pizza you can.
It does heat
It's
up
amazing.
very well.
It heats up perfectly. It's a great drunk snack. It's a great morning after snack. It's a great pizza.
Any pizza
I'll
is
eat
a
it
great
cold.
drunk
No.
snack. You know what it is? It's kind of like a cheesy breadstick.
Oh my
dipped in
God, the
sauce around.
disrespect.
I mean,
Leave
seriously,
the
how do you
studio.
feel about
Stop it.
Albert's Pizza?
Cheesy breadsticks
That
are
is
gross.
insane.
Square pie is not
It's my
go-to
fave.
pie.
It's my
So
fave.
that's negative points. The fact that it's not an every Friday pizza, that's negative.
That's his
That's not a
opinion.
positive thing
That's
to say.
not a positive
that's
thing
his
to say.
opinion.
I'm
And
looking
also,
for-
no one should be eating pizza every Friday. anyway.
What?
It's American.
Also,
Friday pizza is not. Whoa.
Friday night's
More
pizza
importantly
night.
here, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Let's turn this all the way around.
I mean, the entire town of Copeg's a party, so Thursday night's pizza night in Copeg. Thursday.
That's
What are
my
you doing
favorite
during
pizza,
Lent?
and I've been to lots of places. Okay, fine. Lent is a different thing.
yeah, that's like a quarter
What do
of
you
the
mean,
year.
fish fillets?
Every
Yeah.
fucking
You
week
can
is
eat
Lent for me.
fish too on Fridays.
Friday, every Friday. Friday night is pizza night.
It's Pizza Friday.
Every time.
Everywhere, every
That's
job you've
like-
ever been to is Pizza Friday.
God,
How dare you?
how dare you?
Okay, well then I'm sticking. Then I would get Albert's every Friday.
That's crazy.
Albert's
That's
is my
crazy.
fave.
What's your best
And
place?
I've been places.
What's your best place? There's got to be one.
No, you don't want this.
All right, I'm going.
He's
Alitalia.
gonna say Alitalia
Alitalia.
or
like
Imperial.
on Long Island, sure, but Long Island doesn't know how to make pizza.
Oh,
You are
okay,
you're
all right.
crazy.
Now it gets
you
out
are
of control.
really crazy.
You're gonna say the city with the thin slices?
Yeah, I've eaten
Oh.
every single slice of pizza there is
Patsy's?
to be eaten in New York City.
Patsy's is
I-
way
I
I
over.
took a
overrated.
job
Patsy's is not
as a
like-
beer sales
It's
rep
way
in New York
overrated.
City
It's way
just to
overrated.
eat pizza.
I love
I didn't
pizza.
fucking
I'm
care
not
if I ever
Doughboys?
sold a
argue
case of
with
beer.
Doughboys on Second
What's
Avenue, I think it
pizza?
is.
John's on Bleecker is
John's on
fucking
Bleecker is great.
the greatest.
But you can only buy by the pie. You
Pie.
cannot buy slices.
Yes,
That's what Patsy
I
does,
could eat
too.
a whole pie.
Doughboys. I think it's on 40,
Never
maybe
heard of that
38, 39th, and 40th, somewhere
that
around
one.
there was the Second Avenue. Doughboys. Great fucking a la vodka slice. Great regular slice. Great pizza.
No.
See, it gets tricky because you're either talking when you
I'm
talk
talking
pizza.
plain, regular
yeah.
pizza.
Listen,
Plain.
Albert's is my pizza.
I'm always getting a plain and then something else because I love a plain
That's my move
slice.
too.
I agree.
And because two buffalo chicken slices, that's too filling. You're gonna shit your
yeah.
pants. Something like that. Two ziti slices, yeah, you're too full. You can't do anything for the rest of the day. So it's one regular, and that's what it's called. It's called. You say Neapolitan, go fuck yourself. It's regular, one regular slice,
Regular and
and
something
then one
fun.
specialty slice.
Yep.
Chicken bacon ranch, whatever you're feeling that day. Barbecue
Chicken parm.
Chicken parm works. Yeah.
Everything. You can go. all
Whatever
over
you
the
got.
place.
Oh my
Salad
God,
slice.
It's an entire meal.
Get the fuck out of here, salad slice. You and the
know what I never
Neapolitan
mess
guy
with?
go fuck
You know what I never
yourselves.
mess with though is like pasta slice.
Oh, the ziti slice.
No.
So
He
good.
said
I've
that.
never messed with it.
Have you
either.
Out on that.
That
Alice,
is.
Talk about
gotta
shit
be
your pants.
delicious.
Al's ziti slice.
Talk
Amazing.
about shit your pants.
He literally
No chance.
just said that.
Anything with pasta and pizza combined.
Oh,
man.
man.
It
One
looks
slice?
delicious.
Why?
I
It's
just never-
basically
I've never
Italian
done it.
bread and
Rigatoni
pasta.
alla vodka
Yeah.
from fucking Mama's? Are you serious?
That's Italian diarrhea.
All right, with the
Fucking off the
pizza.
rails. This is
Jesus
another.
Christ.
We're on the path for another 2.5 hour episode.
We're trying to get the over. We're trying to get the over.
It's last week's recap. Was the Super Bowl last weekend?
Super Bowl was sometime last week.
I wasn't even there for that. All right, so
yeah,
here's
no,
the.
you were on Mars.
All right, here's the.
We saw some of
recap.
your texts.
Here's the
Jesus Christ,
recap.
what did you have before the game?
Here's the recap. So big
This guy was
fun.
tweeting pink elephants
Yeah,
halfway through the
obviously,
game.
he didn't win the coin toss. You know?
As soon as I saw her, I was like, I remember you texted me after the game, and I was so fucking mad at you. And then I look back at the text right now; it's like a normal text. I was like, was I the only one? Like, I read it like she said it. Now I'm hearing it like as she is here today.
I'm
And
telling
it's like, was I the only one that won? Like in a nice, cute kind of way. But I read it like, was I the only fucking one that won? Like, you know?
I'm telling you right now.
Wait, but that's not even how I was saying it. I was saying it like genuinely because I didn't know what the other
curiosity.
callers
No, I know.
picked.
I get it.
Because someone didn't post it.
Oh, she's throwing it right on me.
Oh,
There was a lot of things going on last week, and I had birthdays.
Johnny
Dance
Pauly had
recitals.
Marvin the Martian scored 2 touchdowns by the end of the game.
Johnny
Oh, I
Pauly
love Marvin the Martian.
was so angry that he had 1,000 bets in when he looked at his sheets on Sunday morning.
All on the
Oh
rails.
my god.
This guy was at Island Cobb on Saturday, and he was going over his bets. I was like, I think you have too many. He's like, how could you say that? I don't have too many bets. I was like, oh, you might have too many bets.
I also was severely stoned at Island Cabo on Saturday also, before the Kratom. in
I can't
college
wait to
here.
go get Kratom next year, week 2 or 3.
No, it wasn't from that.
I'm doing it.
All right, where the fuck are we again?
Super Bowl. There was a Super
Recap,
Bowl.
All right, so
Recap.
big weekend. big final weekend of the year for Tripp and Kurt Money. Both go 3-1 with their props.
Whoa.
Oh, no, he went 4-0, I think.
4-0, buddy.
National Anthem, you had over 95 seconds on the show.
Oh, what
It
was
went
it?
under.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
No, it did not.
What was it?
98 seconds.
All right. so
98,
4-0.
99. Somewhere 98, 99, depending who you had. It was 100% over.
Didn't you
Every
have-
book had it over.
Oh, wait, you went over it or you went
Over.
under?
I talked about how all the stats showed under. This was her chance to show out. She's going to take her time. It's
okay.
going over.
All right, so Tripp's the big winner of the fucking weekend.
I'll review the
4-0.
tape. I'll review the tape.
Couldn't find that bet on FanDuel, though.
No, it wasn't on FanDuel. It was on the bookie site.
I know.
Because all the entertainment props are on your bookie sites or offshore sites.
right.
I texted you guys before the game started. I said I'm 4-0 and there hasn't been an offensive play ran yet.
That I do remember. I don't remember what he said on the show.
Pretty
but-
sure I saw that also, and I was like, fuck this guy.
Yeah,
You
that's
definitely said
that's
fuck
what
this
spirals
guy.
you into, like, and then you disappeared for the rest of the
Yeah,
game.
because me, I was like, oh, I'm going to get this one.
Yeah. And then me and Kurt had like a conversation through the first quarter. Like, all right, maybe we should just stop. Like, just us, I guess.
John Kelly's not answering.
Smitty wasn't answering. He wasn't answering. AJ wasn't answering.
All right, so big final weekend of the year for Tripp.
Yeah.
4-0. Kurt goes 3-1. I did not do that well. I go 1-3, but we'll talk about the future bets. Katie Cash, the Mormon big winner of the week,
The Mormon.
1-0. She moves the guest record momentarily to 5-6, almost 500. But then the other three, oh my god, trash
it up.
bags. AJ, Cincinnati money line, loser. Smitty, same bet that I had. The Rams -4, loser. Fucking Brennan, the kid from Euphoria, over 48.5, loser.
Loser.
So the
Your
final,
son picked opposite of you.
Always does.
I respect it.
Respect it. So she
So-
was the only winner out of all the guest picks.
The only winner.
That's why she's here so many times.
Girls rule, boys drool. You know, I think that's what they say.
Ah, that is.
So 5-9 playoff record for the guest, not good. Followed up the regular season record. What do we got? Who's the winner of the postseason? Tripp, 10-5, 10-4.
God bless him.
How many games
Crushed
were there?
it.
11-4.
Oh
11 and
shit,
4.
you have all your
11 and
numbers
4.
wrong because
Whatever.
he'll
It's
correct.
just the stat, yeah. Oh, yeah.
he
No, I
need-
know the stat.
He
Trust me, I know
needed
the
this.
stat.
He needed this.
He needed it
He needed it.
because he wasn't coming
So you
back
got
last
it.
year.
Right. He wasn't going to come back.
I was getting relegated. Is that what was happening?
Yeah, you were gonna have to do the fucking college.
I was
show.
gonna do the with the Rhyme and Reason podcast instead of this.
We love you, girls. Seriously. No. Oh my god.
Yes.
I come in second
Oh, we can have
place.
podcast wars. That's fine. I don't mind.
You need a little war.
I come in second place, 7-7. You sure it was 11-4?
Well, you had down 10-5.
All right, I'm 500, and Kurt's fucking
I'm one game under 500.
Yeah,
I came all the way back right there, and I should have said Rams money line, but I didn't want to sound
2
like a
games,
pussy.
6-8.
What?
I don't know. I think I did this math
I
wrong.
think you did your math wrong. Whatever.
Did you do your math at the same time you watched the Super Bowl? Could you
probably.
angry? You started doing the math?
I lost, but I kicked ass on props.
The Rams played the Bengals in the Super Bowl.
Did they?
It was just a few nights ago. Debatable whether or not it was a good game. I don't know. It was a good game, but it was a bad game at the same time, I feel like. It was
Go
two
ahead.
teams.
I understand what you're trying to say.
You know what I'm saying? Can you help me out here?
Well, I mean, I think
The end result was close.
I think I feel differently. I think it was a pretty good game.
I think it was a good game too. You're saying the Rams should have crushed Cincy and it shouldn't have been the way it was.
100%.
That's because that's how you bet.
The Rams
That's
were
what
the better
happens when
team
you
in this
bet.
game.
You don't appreciate a good game.
No, I appreciate a good game, but I don't appreciate like an hour of bad football and bad coaching, and that's what you saw.
I will
on
agree
Sunday
that
night.
it wasn't a great game.
How about
by
the
any
last
means.
5 minutes of the shit that they were calling in the end zone? They basically
I'm against that too. It wasn't shit.
the calls.
Listen, they didn't throw a flag the entire game.
Then you can't start calling it with 2 minutes left.
No, she's right.
I mean, there were hands-on people. I mean, there was hands there.
No,
there
the
was
first
grabbing.
call that extended it the first time was not a call.
First call should have been an offsides on the Rams. We know that. The right tackle, the right guard, he went offsides. Right? After that, those calls were fine.
Not the first interference.
And you got to remember that they also missed the call on
the
Ramsey's
touchdown.
face
Fine.
mask.
So okay, fine. You get one
It's a
to
huge
come
play.
back. One to come back.
75.
It's a huge
No,
play.
here's what it is.
I'll
Here's what it is.
jump in when we're ready.
I'm going to set up the end, and then we'll go back to all that other stuff. So the Rams' defense was absolutely fantastic late in this game. And they needed something, anything from an offense that forgot how to play football for over 75% of that game. I will also
They
say
couldn't
that
run the ball at all.
firmly believe that Odell Beckham coming out of this game was a difference between this game being a relatively good game and an absolute blowout from the Los Angeles Rams, because they did not know how to cover Cooper Kupp, Odell Beckham, and the rest of those people who
Can't
and I
really
talk
say
about where I lost
Jefferson,
every
but
single
yeah.
fucking prop on
Right.
Jefferson.
I was high on him all
Your
playoffs.
your bets are controlling how you discuss this game.
No.
Yes.
That is 100% the
No,
truth.
Beckham coming out of that game was a
Changed the game.
huge factor.
Fine, I do agree mostly, but even with him out, if they had played the caliber that they played the last 2 minutes, it would have been different, even without him in it, because they couldn't stop Kupp since he was having a trouble by the end stopping Kupp.
But they were still throwing. He was throwing into double coverage that he didn't want to do.
All right, we'll come back to this.
Fine.
To end the game, it took a precise 79-yard drive with a touchdown, the second touchdown, Cooper Kupp, to seal the deal, aided by 3 successive Bengals penalties on that one drive.
Yes.
When there was less than 5 penalties throughout the game before.
Yes.
At the one freaking
I think-
yard line.
I think 2 out of 3 of those were penalties.
Okay.
Trip, get going.
All right.
You
Yeah.
got
yeah.
The first one, though. Let's talk the first
Let's
penalty
talk about
that
the first one.
extended it.
Okay. Here's what you need to know. Julian Edelman did a podcast about 3-4 weeks ago, and he talked about how Bill Belichick would drill it in his head and yell at him any day he came out with gloves on, and his gloves did not match the jersey color of the opposing team. So he would get on Julian Edelman, and he would scream at him and be like, "We're home. Why are you wearing blue gloves?" He goes, "They match the uniform." He goes, "You got to wear white gloves." Because every time you put your hands on a defender, the ref's going to see it. And he would scream at the defensive backs at the same thing. So he always made it a point to make the defensive backs wear gloves.
That's smart,
Of the,
actually.
yeah, that's what a seasoned coach does.
Super smart.
Okay, so that way when you're touching a guy and grabbing him and doing what every D-back and every wide receiver does in the entire league. I mean, Justin Jefferson made a career off of being the most, offensive pass interference guy ever. Like he's the next Michael Irvin. He pushes off constantly. So he's made a career out of it. So Bill Belichick knows these things. Zach Taylor doesn't. Sean McVay doesn't know these things. This is the thing that Julian Edelman talks about. He goes, these are the little things that a seasoned coach knows. So that's not a surprise that gets called. It's crunch time. Everything's under a microscope. Every rep is under a microscope. So you see a guy flail or do whatever, you're going to get the call. I thought the refs were fucking outstanding in this game. Yep. They did not show up until the end of the game.
I forgot about them.
Which sucks, and that does suck because the last goal, it's like, they might be ticky-tack, but you know what? when you stay out of the whole game the entire way, I'll give you the benefit of that, especially when you did miss that one call. And listen, I made money on that, the one call that they missed, even though I did have the Rams in the under. I made a ton of money on the Higgins longest reception. Higgins touchdown.
Yep.
I made money on those props. So, but I mean, he literally threw Jalen Ramsey by his face mask, and the refs didn't call it. Why? They didn't see it because their backs were turned. So you can't have it one way and not the other. So if you want the refs to be perfect, you want the robot umpire to call balls and strikes, then I'm going to need that touchdown taken back. And if you take back a 75-yard touchdown to the Bengals team who had trouble moving the ball the entire game, you're not in a one-score game at the end of the game. Yep. It's a blowout, even without Odell Beckham. And I agree with you, Johnny Pauly, 100%. That game is different if Odell Beckham stays in the game. It's a complete blowout. My 31-13, I'm convinced hits, and I'm not here right now because I'm on a beach somewhere. That's how much money I would have won.
Plus 10.5.
Exactly. Every bet I had. I had a great game. That hits. If Odell Beckham stays in that game, it's exactly the way we were talking about it last week.
Who took the boost on Caesars for him to score the first touchdown? Don't tell me I'm the only one.
I didn't. I had him in my first touchdown bets. I didn't have him.
God damn.
Listen, I'm excited.
You can't have it both ways on the refs, though.
I'm excited for the people that were behind the Bengals and they rooted for them the whole way.
Absolutely.
And they took the points and they won the game. But
great. Yeah.
It was a tale of one play to me.
Any other Sunday, that 75-yard play would have been called back. Any other Sunday, I'm sorry.
That ticky-tack defensive holding call, which didn't even give them a great field position. It gave them a first down. Yeah, it's huge. It's a big play considering the time and space where it was. But do you want to trade that for the 75-yard touchdown where the guy clearly threw the defender down by his face mask? You want to trade? All right, let's trade it. I guarantee the Rams are still in a better spot.
I agree. And what's amazing about that first call is that everything negated itself. So they actually didn't gain anything from that. He wasn't
got a first down.
The guy
they got a
huge.
first down on the 4th and 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
but the guy should have been offsides right away, and that would have been a penalty on the Rams. It would have hit them hard. But I mean, I don't know. I think you're right. I think the game was clean. I think it was very interesting. And Odell Beckham coming out of that game, which I don't want to admit it, but him coming out of that game changed everything. It really did. It really, really did.
52 yards, a touchdown, and a 35-yard catch.
Yeah.
Before he comes out, blows his fucking knee out.
Does he get signed next year?
Absolutely.
I think he's back on the Rams next year now.
No chance.
I think he is.
No, I think he's gonna go. He's gonna get paid.
Chiefs.
He's gonna get all the money.
Even with the injury, he's gonna get paid.
I think he's gonna go take that. I think he's gonna take the highest contract that's offered to him.
I think the Chiefs are gonna fucking put up dough for him.
That's a good one.
Imagine he gets a Super Bowl this year with the Rams and goes to the Chiefs, wins another one.
I like that.
But that's a coach and a quarterback that you can go there and you could do your antics or whatever you're gonna do. And Tyreek Hill, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, they're going to put you right in your place.
But he's got to be ready to play, though. It took him a long time to get over the last injury. He's got to be ready to play.
Yeah.
He'll be ready. I think he'll be ready to play.
It sucks he got hurt.
It's the second time he had the injury on that same knee, though, right?
Yes, same exact knee.
Versus the same team.
I hope
Is it really?
Is that really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I hope he rehabs it, gets better, and then gets hit by a car. That's what I hope.
I'll tell you,
the playoffs, so crazy.
The playoffs did change me on Beckham. Like he had a solid.
Fucking worst.
He sucks, but he had a solid playoff run.
I'm not
destroyed every single parlay I had on
it's
Sunday.
Important.
Going out that
when
I mean, not that.
Yeah. He cost me a ton of money again.
You guys couldn't tell that I wasn't upset
because it was like 60 yards, right? 65.
Yeah. I needed him to get 80, and he went out at 52 on 2 catches.
Since he's been a rookie,
and he got the fucking touchdown
in this league, I've been against him, and you can ask him because I've been texting him for 10 years. I think
since he was on the Giants.
Yeah, I'm not saying the guy's not a tremendous talent. I think he's just a fucking diva. He's that Antonio Brown diva.
Huge.
And if he ever he got humbled for the most part, but he wasn't completely turned around. If he just shut his mouth and just played ball, he can go down as the greatest receiver to ever play in the NFL. Like he has that talent, but he doesn't have the work ethic, and he doesn't have everything else that you need.
I think before he went to LA, he was the guy who was known for the one catch.
No, here's the thing: in LA, he's not the guy.
And being a diva.
No,
do you remember when he
in New York, he needed to be the guy, and for the Browns, he needed to be the guy. He's got the best wide receiver.
He was never the guy in the Browns ever.
No,
but he was supposed to be.
No, he was not.
Yes,
no chance he was.
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry was the guy.
Nope.
He was supposed to be the guy.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
That whole team, though, when he
was-
went to the Browns, that whole team was supposed to be the shit.
Yeah.
Remember, they picked
Yeah,
up
of course.
so many
He
people
came
and they
in
did
and
nothing.
all the articles said it's time now that the LSU Tigers have been reversed because now Landry's the 1, Beckham's the 2. When they were at LSU, it was the other way around.
together, and Landry was gone.
2 years. They played for 2 years.
I think Beckham was supposed to be number 1 over there. That's what he thought.
Coming off
Absolutely.
of where he was coming from, Landry's a fucking afterthought at this point.
How could you say that? The guy set rookie receiving records.
Sure, but
The guy had every receiving record as a young player with the Dolphins. The guy
Sure,
was
but-
the guy. He played on the awful Dolphins with Ryan Tannehill and had every receiving record.
Beckham
and then went
was
to the
a
Browns
top
for
3 receiver. He was a top 3 receiver. with
Leave
what he did.
Tannehill
He was a
alone.
top 3 talent.
He just lost his
He was
job
a top-
this year.
You're not wrong. But
Now,
anyway,
Odell
but-
Beckham,
but
he
here's
is
the
more
thing.
talented than Cooper Kupp, but who'd rather have?
But
Cooper
here's the-
Kupp, it's unanimous.
Of course.
Right.
But that's the thing is like he didn't need to be the guy anymore. There was no question he wasn't the guy. He was
Absolutely,
number
right,
2.
no.
He was number 2 behind Kupp.
Absolutely.
And he was confident with that, and that's what worked for them in this fucking
Right.
game.
But do you think that his asshole, his ego, is going to accept being number 2?
Asshole.
Hey, listen.
If you finish that sentence
was
that way,
amazing.
his asshole is going to accept being number 2. That's really...
I'm not one to shit on Odell Beckham. That's what his girlfriend's there for? Because that's what he's into?
I love her.
How do you know these things?
She's hot.
Lolo?
She's hot. Is that a name?
You don't know
Is
this
there a
about him?
Lolo that's in the NBA?
No.
Why-
I don't
hold on,
pay
Kate.
attention to it.
Katie's
He
unaware
annoys
of
me.
his obsession with number 2. That's why he did so good at the Rams.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he likes
It's that
to get
goddamn
pooped on.
boat. It's that Miami boat they
weird.
were all on.
Ew.
Yeah. Anyway.
Matter of factly, he stepped up. He did what he was supposed to do. I will say
Listen.
when he was signed to the Rams, I still don't think that he was thinking number 2, but he sat in the place.
He
right,
made that
that's my thought.
stupid ass comment when he first came
Yes.
to the team,
Yeah.
which really
Yeah.
pissed me off.
Absolutely.
I sent it to you guys, I think, in our chat.
Yes.
He cried. He got a
He's
ring.
such a
He said,
bitch.
if they don't win it, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I got a
And I
question.
still think he's out of there. He's going to get paid. He's going to go get $15 million a year, $16 million a year.
All right.
And go somewhere. And
Too much.
I got a quick question though. Do you think a ring is going to stay the thing forever? Like people getting rings because people don't really wear
No.
rings anymore. What do you
I
think?
don't know. NFTs.
I hate you for saying that. I hate you for saying that.
I won a Super Bowl. Let me get one of those monkey NFTs.
So like his catch would be an NFT, his shitty catch against the Cowboys.
Let me get some Coinbase or whatever.
Even
it
though
is,
Brett
crypto.
Grimes,
I don't
when he
fucking
made
know.
an interception for the Dolphins, was a better catch than his was.
Yeah.
Shit.
Let me get a fucking few things of blockchain. Is that a
How
thing?
about the guy? What player was it that took his whole paycheck in
Several
Bitcoin?
this year. Several
Oh,
this
a
year.
And then
couple
he
of them,
Yeah.
I thought that was
crashed.
Beckham. That was Beckham.
Beckham might have been on that.
I think it was
as
him.
Well. Yeah.
There was a lot
was
this
someone
year,
else.
and
Guy's an idiot.
they had lost millions of dollars.
Millions. It's
All right,
down
more
20K.
importantly, more importantly on the Rams side than Beckham is the coaching. Sean McVay.
I know. Oh
yeah.
Oh, he pulled out notes.
Yeah, no, I have 3 notes on this
Wow.
game, and
Much talked about last week was
Yeah.
Cam Akers and what was going to happen with Cam Akers and what was going to happen with the running game of the Rams.
Somebody called him an MVP. Somebody called him an MVP.
Did you?
No,
Oh.
not him.
Same guy that fell down his first flight of stairs the week before. Yeah, I mean, Cam Akers, that was it wasn't just here. It was every podcast that I put ourselves in the same rankings
Yeah.
of as like, the ringer,
Yeah, we're number 4 behind these
Barstool.
podcasts that love this guy.
But-
How we're number 4 behind these other 3 podcasts is crazy to me.
The
How
number,
do you wait? How is it ranked?
the numbers were in, the numbers were in the 50s.
I hate you.
The number of rushing yards in the 50s for Cam Akers.
So easy.
He takes the ball 13 times for 21 yards. One of those rushes was for 8 yards.
13 times for 20 yards. Jeez.
And this coach can just not get away from the thing that he thought he was going to go into and just be able to do. It was embarrassing.
He was going backwards.
It was like deja vu all over again with fucking Sean McVay. And thank God he's got players like Beckham, like he's got Cooper Kupp. Fuck Beckham. He's got
Wide
Cooper Kupp on his
receivers.
team.
Preach.
It's just this guy is like he's put the crown on him.
Wale.
And it ain't there. I mean, I hope I fucking have to hear this guy on Fox next year because I'm not seeing it. He's not the mind that everybody thought he was. And he doesn't know how to scheme. He doesn't know how to prepare. He doesn't know how to change in the game for what's going on.
He doesn't know how to change.
Yeah.
That I agree with 100%.
I can't say that because he did change in the game. In this game, he did change. At the end of the game, I texted you guys.
You mean with 6 minutes left?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Whether he did or Stafford did or the offensive coordinator did, somebody did, and they changed the thing. McVay, we talked about it in the last podcast, and we all agreed. It was the only thing that I think that everybody on the podcast agreed on is as long as McVay does not choke and does not do what he did in the Super Bowl the last time he was there, they're going to be fine. And what did he do? He did the exact same thing. Super predictable. 5 first downs in the first quarter. On 5, they had the ball 5 separate times on first down. In the first quarter, the Rams, they ran the ball 5 times on first down, 5 times. 17 early down runs in the entire game. 17 times on either first down or second down in the game, he ran the ball for an average of 1.9 yards per game. Wow. The Rams only go under center when they run. It's very obvious. And they love to do their play action out of under center, and that's his thing. Fine, whatever it is. But it was so predictable what he was doing, and he just kept running into these loaded boxes. And then they even lightened up the box, and they ran it, and they said, we know you're running, we don't care. Like, we're going to go with a light box, but we're going to put our meat on the defensive line, and you're not going to do it because we're going to sell out on the run. And he kept running into it. And now I know Smitty was all over Cam Akers because of the reports that we saw. And it was the difference is you look at the analytics, you can look at the numbers, that's great. And those tell you a lot. And you can go by that. But then when you watch certain things, it's like, okay, that's great. You have those reports, you have those numbers, but you got to watch the game. Like, they weren't doing it. It wasn't there. And that's why I said I fucking made a ton of money off of the under props. Like, after you watch the games, Cam Akers, I made a ton of money on his under, like everything.
Nice.
It just killed it because it wasn't there. And McVay, even into the third quarter, Odell's hurt. Yeah, it's there when Odell's there. And I had texted you guys, I said, why are you not using the pass to set up the run? They were doing it they were doing the antiquated system of run, throw the ball, run, pass, run,
Which
pass.
they're kind of known for is throwing the ball
Throw the
first.
ball. And then I said, finally, you went out and you did all this work to get Matthew Stafford. You traded him, quote unquote, all in, as per your Twitter, to get Stafford. Hand him the keys and say, go win me a Super Bowl, boy.
Yep.
Go do it. And it wasn't until 6 fucking minutes left where he handed the keys to Stafford and said, go in it. So they went to their spread offense where they were 2x2 or 3x2, whatever it was. They went to a more spread offense. And even though Cooper was still double covered, he said, oh, wait, you're the best wide receiver in the NFL?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm one of the best, one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL?
Absolutely.
And holy shit, look what happens.
Yep.
You're going to get some pass interference calls. You're going to get some, because you can't guard these fucking guys, because you cannot guard Cooper Kupp.
Do you know the last 6 minutes and 50 seconds of that game was the same last 6 minutes and 50 seconds to the San Francisco game?
Yeah.
It was the same thing.
Right.
It was exactly the same thing.
But again, like, so this guy is supposed to be the offensive genius, and there are half the head coaches in this league right now that only got their jobs because of him, because they were loosely associated with him, because they were on his coaching staff at one point in their career. Zach Taylor's one of them. He's one of the. If he's not coaching with McVay a couple of years ago, there's no chance Zach Taylor gets that head coaching job. But Sean McVay became this fucking amazing offensive guru. So all these guys surrounded by him got this, and he's not that guru. You know what? Yeah, he's a savant. He's young. He's energetic. He's good looking, and he's great for your team. But guess what? He ain't that fucking smart.
Still haven't seen his wife, by the way.
He's a player's coach.
haven't.
That's what it is.
Oh, I've seen her many
He's a
many
what?
times.
He's a player's coach.
Many times.
Yeah, he's a player's coach.
He's one of
definitely
them.
A player's coach.
That's
I
what it
agree-
is.
I
He's
agree
younger
with
than
that.
half of
Yeah.
them.
I agree with that. He's definitely a
But,
player's coach.
but he knows his shit, and you get in the room and you know your shit, that's fine. But when you come into a game and you're calling play, like, I'm shocked. Like, Stafford at some point should be like, are you fucking serious?
Yo,
Like,
if he's looking across the field at Andy Reid, lights out. It's over. You know? It's not even the same game.
unless there's some sort of time.
Yeah, unless
issue,
there's less than a minute left in it.
then
It's close.
Then the field blows up because nobody has any clue what the fuck to do. But Andy Reid wins that game 10 times out of 10. There's no chance that game's even close with Andy Reid against him.
In the end, they did end up winning it. And what do you think about the whole retirement? Do you think that's real?
No chance.
No way.
No way, right?
No way.
I mean, come on.
Unless
Now,
it's
these-
a money thing if he gets paid $10 million.
No,
to go to
it's
Fox.
not. These guys are bred differently, man. The way they are.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's
There's
a
no way.
younger guy. I'm wondering if he's because
No
he
chance.
wants to start a
You don't-
family.
He might do it for a year or two, and he's gonna go, "Oh, I don't." You have this thing inside you that you have to coach and you have to go 100 miles an hour. Where people are built differently. Like Rich Kotite from the Jets famously said, "Like I only care about 3 hours on Sunday,
Right.
and the rest of the week's gonna figure itself out." And it's like, no. These NFL guys, like Andy Reid, he has one kid dead, the other kid was in rehab, like. There's a reason for that because this guy was all in. That's my coach. I want that guy as my NFL coach. I want a guy who doesn't give a fuck about his kids and is willing to let them die because he's too busy with his NFL team. What are you shaking your head at, Katie? You wouldn't want your coach to have dead kids?
You sound so crazy.
How is that crazy?
Now
I
that
want my
he said
coach
it.
all in at all times. I don't want him thinking about
mean-
like my media persona and this and that. Like
I do too, but I think he should probably care about his children a little bit more.
no, his children should be his 53 NFL players on that roster, and the 25
So
that
then
he's
he shouldn't
actively
have
recruiting.
a family. He should be alone.
No, give me a single guy that doesn't give a fuck a single
what
guy
I'm
because he's gonna try to get laid.
Yeah.
Give me a guy that hates his wife and hates his kids and wants to go to the
That's
And-
Urban Meyer. That's your guy.
And sleep in separate rooms.
yeah. Urban Meyer's fingering teenage girls in a bar. Okay, so that's why he didn't work out.
So let's talk about the people who we were happy for in this game, right? Not Sean McVay, where there's clearly
Stafford.
yes,
Absolutely.
perfect.
Kelly.
I used to always take in my fantasy league.
Stafford,
Yeah, consistent.
Love him.
love him. 13 seasons takes
Much
him to get here.
respect.
It's
I'm
first
happy
year,
he
right,
won.
with the Rams. I mean, it's
Yeah.
been such a long
Feels-
season. I don't remember.
It feels like forever,
It's been
right?
like 2 years.
It feels like forever.
The season, that one extra week makes the season feel so long.
Killer. So he goes 26 for 40, 283 yards, 3 touchdowns. Does throw 2 picks.
How about the prop bet being 287?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Can't get closer than that.
Cooper Kupp throws a pass that was a mess and a half.
Why did I not see that?
You didn't see that?
No, I saw Mixon's.
Oh,
Obviously.
Yeah, Mixon's
He
was
overthrew
great.
Stafford.
Oh, I did not. I didn't.
Yeah.
They did a Philly special. I
Yeah,
did not
yeah,
see
yeah,
that
yeah.
play.
The Rams
Must have been in
rushing,
the third quarter.
much talked about here in the past 15 minutes. Absolutely terrible. Cam Akers leading rusher, 21 yards.
Awful.
Oof,
That's
on
so
13 attempts.
I did say that, by the way, when I called in. And I feel like you jumped in and said something crazy.
Cam Akers was a big talk about last
How
week.
much in the?
Sony fucking Michelle.
What a dick! I put in 3 stupid parlays.
I had
with that.
every single over prop of his.
It only came out on like Sunday. You put them all.
Single over prop.
I know.
Who, like Henderson, where did he come from?
Well, that's what I was just gonna say. Like after the first quarter, going into the second quarter, did you think he was gonna have like the most monstrous day ever?
Yes.
Because it was all Henderson for a
Yes.
minute.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna kill it. I thought he was gonna be like a 2-touchdown guy, and then he disappeared just like the rest of the fucking team.
And then receiving, Kupp's the star of the show, 92 yards on 10 targets, 9 receptions, 2 touchdowns. As we said, Odell Beckham, different game if he doesn't go out. 52 yards, a touchdown. And after that, just an absolute mess. Thanks so much, Van Jefferson.
Thanks so much, Van Jefferson. I ran that guy through the playoffs.
T. Higgins.
Oh, we'll get
Great
over
game.
that side. Thanks so much, Ben Solak. Ben Solak.
You didn't put any money on Ben Solak, did you?
No,
No,
Ben
Ben
Solak
Solak.
is he's the guy that works with Warren Sharp on his podcast.
Oh, okay.
He was all over
screaming
T.
T.
Higgins. I
yeah.
had every prop on
Yep.
T. Higgins.
Okay.
Ever. Yeah.
Higgins is
Help
great.
me out. Bengal side, Joe Burrow. Here's the thing about Joe Burrow is you're going one way or the other on this. You saw him walk in with that stupid fucking hat and that suit. And
I
so
loved
many,
it.
What'd you say?
Loved it.
Yeah, that's one side of it. The other side is that fuck that guy.
Saw him walk out with that stupid
Loved it.
fucking suit on too.
That's what sucks on the way out.
Oh.
Yeah, you always gotta remember you gotta leave on that. You never know.
But that's who he's been.
Yeah, I know you're right. I respected it every.
It's not like he's being someone different for the Super Bowl.
You're not wrong. I respected it every round up until the Super Bowl, and then it's like, bro, you're a second-year quarterback,
Right.
You know,
And he's in the Super Bowl.
You love
How
Burrow?
many quarterbacks can say that?
not many, but
But if he
still
comes,
didn't win the
Roethlisberger.
Super Bowl.
if he comes in looking like Eli Manning and like just like a straight suit, you'd be like, oh,
I'd be
this
like-
this guy's second guessing himself. This is not. I want the
That's
swagger.
not what I would say.
You're so full of shit. You'd be
Not
like,
what I
no,
would say.
I want my swagger
Just
guy
confidence.
I saw that weird fucking, like hyper-colored fucking suit he was wearing with
I
the
don't know
hat,
what the hell that thing was.
and I was like, nah, this ain't it. It's not it. Wasn't it? If he
was
would have came
almost
in
it.
with a fucking Catholic school uniform on, I would have been like, I'm on this guy, you know?
I don't know about
back.
Gavin.
If he came in looking straight as hell, you'd be like, nope, this is not what we've been doing all year long. This
You
is not
love
who
you
are.
love Burrow?
I like him. You liked him during the
Let's be
season.
honest, I didn't even watch this game.
You liked him all season.
Let's be honest. After the national anthem, I went to sleep.
I saw Mickey Guyton wearing blue. I was like, good night.
Tripp texted he was 3-0 for a kickoff, and I was like, I'm not dealing with this asshole for the rest of the night.
Rushing
really
on the
didn't
Bengals
answer.
side, Mixon, this is another thing, though. Like, Mixon
Mediocre.
gets going, and they get away from him late in the game.
Yep.
15 attempts, 72 yards. I just don't understand it. Zach Taylor's not a great coach either.
I don't know.
They don't have. I don't think they have much. I think they were like you look at their team that they're not good.
It was the offensive
They have
line.
no offensive line.
They're terrified of their
I
own
mean, Joe
offensive
Mixon.
line.
Joe Mixon. I've had him on my fantasy team for like I think 11 years now. He's only in the league 6 years somehow.
It was either him or Bernard.
Yeah, Giovanni Bernard. Like I feel like those two have been on my fantasy team every year for forever, and it was like they're not like you look at their team like holy shit, they're not that good.
No.
Like their number one quarterback is you have Eli Apple and Awuzie are the two best corners.
So no AFC championship for them next year?
That's what it is. I was like, oh, don't worry, Burrow's gonna be back. Like, no, he's not.
Right.
Like enough
Not
of this. Like you're there once when you're a young kid. You're not like Russ Wilson was there once. He won it, and then he went back and lost it.
Right.
Like, and he hasn't even sniffed it. Like, and they had a great team for years, and they would have been close.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to get back
It's
there.
so fucking hard. Unless you're Tom Brady, it's impossible. Like it's almost impossible to get there. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback other than Tom Brady in the last 20 years, and the dude's been to fucking one Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah.
He won one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
With all the media, and I get Bengal fans are trying to find any kind of happiness, but that's not guaranteed, man. There's no bigger Dan Marino fan than I am.
Right.
The guy went to Super Bowl in '84, got his doors blown off, and then was like, "Oh, he's going to be in like 10 more." Nope, the guy never even went back to one.
Yeah.
Like,
It's rough.
especially when you have a lot of work to do on that team. This is not like, oh, we're missing one or two pieces in the Bengals. Like, they need a lot.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. I mean, it's the parity in the NFL. Like, you talk about
Yeah.
who's going to be the team next year.
You
We're gonna-
don't know.
We're going to talk about that in a few minutes.
I want to ask you a question.
But that's just like I said before. The Browns that year, that when Odell went, they got all those players.
Yep.
We were like, holy shit,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Browns are going to be so good.
Yep,
they
you're
were
right.
trash.
Even
So-
this year. Everybody was on the Browns to start this year.
So
Absolutely.
my question to you guys is:
You got to go by the quarterback.
Is the super team a thing now in the NFL? It's
Oh,
obviously
God,
the thing in the
I fucking
NBA
hope not.
I believe
really-
it. I believe that
Is
is
it?
going to be a thing.
because Tampa Bay was
gonna
super
be a
team last
thing.
year.
Tampa
2
Bay
years,
was
2
definitely
years
a
now.
super team. Yep.
Okay,
Who do you
had
think is going to be
this
the
year.
Rams? But
Next
if they
year.
The Rams was obviously this year.
if Odell leaves, they're still a super team.
No.
No,
It's
there's
going to
gonna
be
be
a
another
different team
team.
next year.
Right.
That's going
So
to load
some of
up.
the
I'm
teams
going to
are
tell you
good.
who it's going to be.
They're close.
Kansas
San
City.
Francisco 49ers.
Right. They go out. They get a veteran quarterback. They add another big time, defensive player or a big time. That team right there. That's a perfect team.
And who's more equipped to do that than anybody else in this league as a GM? John
Very
Lynch.
interesting. Very interesting.
And
John Lynch can
who's
make
got
that
the
happen.
best offensive coach in the league? Shanahan, without doubt.
I really hope it doesn't happen.
Their quarterback is either going to be, say it right now, it's either going to be Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady next year as the 49ers quarterback.
That's
well,
what you're saying
obviously it's
straight up.
not
100%.
Tom Brady.
Oh, no, Tom Brady has two
I'm willing to
choices.
bet on it.
Let's talk about Tom Brady. Tom Brady didn't say shit about the Patriots. He only said goodbye to Tampa Bay because he's going to play football or he's going to be in the NFL again. 49ers quarterback.
No.
I don't think he
quarterback.
can be because the Bucks
He
still
didn't
own
say
his
that
rights.
he didn't
But the
say that
Bucks
he
own his
retired.
rights.
He did.
You can't come out of
He-
retirement and go to any team you want
Yes, you
He
can.
did. He
If you
said
sit
he's
out 1
moving
year.
on.
He is going to be.
unless he sits out 2022.
He's not done.
I think he's going to sit out a year and he's going to come back.
That's
what I think.
If he does that, he'll come back and say, "I have one more year left. I'm going to go
Yeah.
to 9." Fine, but you cannot come back. Come spring training or whatever, mini camp, whatever you want to say. You can't come back because they still have your rights for the next year. He's under contract.
Right.
He's giving. If you remember, he's giving up $15 million for this year by retiring early before February.
What about
5th.
him as the head, as an owner of the Dolphins?
Why would he want
You
the
cannot.
Dolphins?
A player cannot have partial ownership.
Eventually.
No, they can't have it. It can't be in that contract. It's illegal. Which is
Those were the two rumors I heard today. He's
Right.
going to be the quarterback of the
But
49ers.
Tom Brady, that was
or he's
rumored
gonna be
when
an
Tom
owner
Brady
of
was
the
in New
Dolphins.
England. It was rumored that the reason he took a smaller salary than most quarterbacks had nothing to do with his wife. That Kraft had given him a percentage of the team vested once he retires. So that was the rumor, and it was illegal. They said if this is true and it comes out, the Pats will be fined and they're going to lose draft picks and they can be forced to sell because it's against the collective. Like you cannot give a player partial ownership. So he cannot get partial ownership if he plays for a team. It's illegal. It's against everything that they have in
Can't
the
be
league.
a manager player like
What
Dave
about
Corbeck
Tree
and
Rollins? You know what I'm talking
Tree
about?
Rollins.
Tree Rollins. He was the coach of
Yeah.
the Magic, and he was a player also.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The Orlando Magic? Yeah.
The
Bill
NBA is
Russell did it
weird.
at the Celtics, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Pete Rose, I remember
NBA is
manager,
weird.
Pete Rose,
manager
yeah.
and player.
Yeah.
You can't in the NFL. You're not allowed to do
I
it.
think he
The
sits-
super team thing is a real thing, though. It's going
It
to
is,
keep
right? Yeah.
happening.
That scares me.
But
But
it's
who do
never
you still
happened.
think it's going to be? San Francisco?
I do.
But
Not
it's never
Kansas
happened
City?
in the NFL.
Kansas City's-
because teams have tried and it never worked. And now 2 years in a row it's worked.
The Niners are the next candidate.
They're so
they're
fucking
so
close.
Trey Lance ain't the guy. Garoppolo's not the guy. If it's Aaron Rodgers,
I don't think Aaron Rodgers
I think he's going anywhere.
is leaving.
I think he is.
So interesting.
He said
This is a
no.
different podcast.
I hope he goes to Pittsburgh.
This is a different podcast.
I actually like him for Pittsburgh, but I think he's going to stay.
Jameis Winston's going to be the quarterback of the fucking Steelers.
Oh my god, it's gonna be amazing. This podcast will be unbelievable
There's a lot
next
of
year.
bums.
No,
There's a lot
we're
of
going.
bums
We're
there.
going. We're
Oh,
fucking.
obviously, yeah,
we're
yeah.
broadcasting live from the parking lot.
Where Jameis Winston's working out.
Can I bring up one bet that I thought was super interesting? I only saw it on DraftKings, and I think I'm going to hammer it next year. Anybody ever hear of the octopus bet?
No.
Haven't heard of the octopus bet.
Nope.
That is the player that scores a touchdown and then gets the 2-point conversion. 8 points, 8 legs. Octopus bet. Straight up called on DraftKings.
Every game?
Well, I saw it for the Super Bowl. So
That's
there's got to be
That's a fun bet.
That
That's a
must
fun
be a
bet,
huge
right?
payout
a
if it
huge
comes
payout. A
through.
huge payout. Is this, is Jamar Chase going to get the octopus bet? Shit like that. I am going to fucking hammer that next year. Just, fucking $5-6.
you can put it right there with the safety bet, the overtime bet, and the octopus bet. Yeah.
No, but every
I like
game.
it.
But every game. Every game.
I like
just
it.
pick a guy. That's
Katie
what I-
doesn't
that's
gamble,
what you got to roll
except
with.
she's got 3 fucking apps on her phone right now.
No, just one.
She had $300 in her
Caesars.
account. I don't know where she bet that money.
All right, random props
Counts.
we're going to talk about. Cooper Kupp wins the MVP plus 600.
I didn't see MVP bets anywhere.
I didn't take any MVP. bets.
I didn't see them.
They've been everywhere for weeks.
I didn't see them on FanDuel or Caesar.
I hate those bets.
I was asleep when they named the MVP. Odell Beckham, first TD scorer, plus 900.
Got that boost on Caesar. Straight up.
I take 5 every, whether it's Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night game. I take 5 guys, $10 a guy. First touchdown, he was not one of my 5.
$10 a guy. That's like my.
It's a $50 bet.
That's my mega bet.
It's a $50 bet. $50 bet, and
Right.
if the favorite hits, it's usually like $50.
Right.
It's
No, I
usually
get it.
500. So
And
I'll
you
ta-
had 5 guys to pick, and Odell wasn't one of them?
correct.
Why?
Caesars.
I don't like
Knocked it
Odell.
down.
Wait,
I took,
that's
like-
not how you should bet.
You're correct. You're right. I took, but I did win a ton of money on his props and stuff like that. But Usama was one of them, and he was
Oh.
like plus like $12.50 because he wasn't
I
supposed to
always,
play.
I'm pretty sure I bet on Osama's first TD scorer in like 20 straight games.
Yep.
Yeah, but he was hurt. He played, but he didn't play.
Shouldn't have.
Matthew Stafford rushing yards over 5.5. Wish I had that one.
No,
had it
you
on
have
parlay.
5.5. You saw it?
No, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it started as.
Yeah.
Because I think it went off at like 7.5, and then he took a knee or something like that, and went to 6.5.
Oh, really?
So I saw that
Shit.
tweet. I didn't. I
I know
touch
he
it.
had that one long run, and that
Yeah,
was,
Right
that
in
was
in the
it.
beginning. Right.
I'll tell you right now,
I would never touch those.
all my parlays suck. My prop bets, I hit, I think, 6 out of 9. My
I'm with you, man.
parlays,
Yeah, I'm with you. I killed the props.
sucked.
I think I had 4 parlays, 4 big parlays. It was,
So bad.
Evan McPherson over 1.5 field goals, easy.
Yeah.
It's minus 150.
yeah.
Still, it's something that was pretty much a lock.
How many total points did he
How do
have?
you like that?
He had,
He had 8, I think. 8,
Yeah.
or 8 or 9.
because his total points was over 7.5, I hit that.
Yep.
Longest touchdown over 47.5 yards. It's a big one.
Illegal.
Shortest touchdown under 1.5 yards. We talked about that. Maybe
Yeah.
not on the show.
Yeah,
after
we
the
did.
show.
No, we did.
Is that what it hit as? Under 1.5?
No, they didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Joe Burrow under 1.5 passing touchdowns plus 160.
Ugh, that one hurt me. Him only getting 1 touchdown. I will say that.
This next one, Joe Mixon.
Mixon.
Fuck this guy.
You kidding me?
That's the next one that's on here. Over 3.5 receptions, minus 115. The fucking his yardage. Ugh.
What do you have? 5 yards? Did he have
think he
5
had
yards
2.
with like 5 catches?
Yeah, like 2.
Unbelievable.
The opening kickoff, not a touchback.
It was.
Yeah. Nailed that bet.
McPhee got me that bullshit.
That was
Same with that
McAfee.
whole McAfee with
Yeah.
that whole fucking fake
Ceremonial ball.
Yeah, killed me.
I was so nervous because Parlay had sent me.
You should have been.
And he sent me. He's like, have you seen this? I was like, no, I didn't know about that. And then you look at it, you're like, oh, 11 of the last 12 have been returned.
I heard it the day after you had
Yeah.
your rant. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, oh, I'm going fucking.
And
The
then,
best was
then
all those TikTok accounts and all those Twitter accounts, like going back 30 years. I'm like,
30 years doesn't count, right? You have to go back.
5
You have to go
yard
back 10
difference.
years. You
Yeah.
go back 10, 12 years when
Right.
they moved it up. And I was like, fuck, I had locked that bet in, obviously,
Yeah, yeah.
the day that we had the show. And I was like, fuck. And then there was so much talk, and so many people started betting that it's going to get returned. I was like, you know what? I was like, the way it's going to go, it's going to go is it'll be a touchback. And sure as shit it was.
I was pissed that I lost that one. Actually, I was mad because I was like, I'm going opposite. I'm going opposite on that shit.
yeah. Last one, over 2.5 players with a pass attempt. That was the one I was all over.
I didn't
But-
take that. I love that you took that. Such a
4.
smart.
It ended up at 4.
Yeah, it's such a smart bet. If that's what it's gonna be every year, you have to take it.
But then the other one, so that was like the week one.
Wait, who were the other two people? Mixon,
And
Cup.
yeah.
Stafford.
just
quarterbacks.
two. Oh,
Chase.
duh.
So like the bigger
Chase.
bet there is the non-quarterback to throw a touchdown was plus 1,300.
That's
I'm
all
betting
it
that every
was.
year after now moving forward.
But that's all it was.
That was great.
1,300.
I would. I'll
It's gotta
take
be
that.
more than that.
Pretty
Like,
good though.
I'll take that. No, that's a big bet. So the other bet there, the other side of that is a lineman to catch a touchdown. It's the same bet.
yeah.
You know,
And
that was also plus 13.
I'd rather go with somebody else throwing it. Did you have the chase over 3.5? The last bet that you wanted? You didn't do it.
No.
You wanted a lock
No.
on Sunday at
I
5:30.
lost everything.
Sunday
It was
at
6 minutes
5:30.
before. I was like,
He
give me
wanted a
one.
lock, and that was the one, and he did it.
I lost everything.
I lost. I lost everything. How about my
And then
total?
Katie texted me as the game ended, like the most like non-aggressive text. I talked about this earlier in the show, but I was like, "Fuck this girl, hate this. What are you talking about right now? Was I the only one that fucking picked the Bengals?"
Am I the only winner?
As I'm like whipping my phone across the room at the time.
How about my 11 and a half receptions over? After the first quarter,
Did it hit
9 wide receivers had
Really?
had catches. Yeah, they
I
threw it
remember.
all over the place. It was like 14 receivers that got a ball on that shit. That was the most comfortable one I had.
It was a fun Super Bowl.
It was a good Super Bowl. It was a good season.
Commercials, didn't see any of them.
Oh my god!
The only one that I remember is the Meadow Soprano one, as I said before.
Yes, it was a good one.
It was a very good one.
Loved it.
Respect.
I love it. I thought that was a good commercial. My personal favorite was the one that made me laugh out loud was the Larry David one.
I didn't see that one.
That one was
I
funny.
thought that one was really.
What was it for?
It was just what
He
the
was
hell
saying
it
he
for?
thought all the ideas were stupid.
Right, but what was it for?
Coinbase.
No, it was for
Crypto.com.
We have no idea what it was for. We have no
Wait,
idea.
yes,
what it
we
was for, but
do.
he
Oh,
went
fucking
through,
great commercial.
He went
Yeah.
through all of electricity, everything. He was like, "Nah, not a good idea. Nah, I don't like that." And everything was just a bad idea. Everything that made a lot of money. It was funny.
It
that
was
one,
funny.
And the Arnold Schwarzenegger being Zeus, I thought that was kind of funny.
I like that
You
too.
didn't see that one?
I didn't see any. I saw 4 commercials. The
What
whole
do you
time.
smoke
Well,
cigarettes?
you'd be disappointed.
No, I was cooking. I
What are you smoking cigarettes on the commercial breaks?
was making pizzas and stuff.
Yeah, me too.
The
Couple of
Austin
them were
Powers one was good too. But
Oh
I
yeah,
know you
Austin
didn't
Powers
see
one
it.
was good.
You saw that one?
I saw that one.
What's your biggest complaint though? Say your complaint.
My biggest complaint is the lack of commercials. Why was there
For the big-
repeats?
for like the big brands.
Doritos, like you said.
0.
Taco Bell usually does something. Like I feel like we first saw the dog, the little chihuahua,
Yeah,
on a
European
Super
Taco
Bowl
Bell was a
commercial.
Super Bowl, yeah.
Absolutely.
Bud Light, no commercial. We had to see the Michelob Ultra seltzer one
Seltzer,
2
right.
times.
That was weird.
And the
No-
Budweiser one, which I live for because it has horses and dogs.
Did they do the Clydesdales?
once
Yes.
in the fourth quarter with like.
And it was like a
3
30
minutes
second
left or something
commercial.
like that. It was in the fourth quarter. I know that.
It was one of the short commercials.
no Coca-Cola.
No Coca-Cola.
Amazing.
Because all these brands are realizing
gonna get
we
worse
don't
and
need
worse.
it.
I
We
know.
don't need it.
I
So
know.
It's becoming these upstart brands. These when that whole E-Trade thing happened, everyone started going to like the
GoDaddy's.
Oh,
GoDaddy's was
So it's-
huge.
right.
There wasn't a
We had
GoDaddy's
2-3
either.
years of
Right.
the online trading and the website thing.
GoDaddy's died. I think.
So I think that's what you're gonna have is nothing but these upstart companies. Then maybe the occasional grandpa company comes in and does 1 or 2. Like
That's not good though.
Well,
That's
I
not
think
good for
too,
business.
like
so it's gonna drive the price down without doubt.
the way culture is right now, everything's so censored. You can't even put out a commercial without being offensive. So it's like, why pay all that money? The Super
Yeah.
Bowl commercial spots are so expensive.
Yeah, but
What's the point?
if I'm a marketing guy
And
in
I'll
a
just
company,
post
in a
it
big
on
company,
Instagram.
I'm doing that commercial that's going to be risque because what are we
Everyone's
talking
gonna
about?
talk
What are we
about
talking
it.
about today? We're talking about that. What is every radio show talking about? What is every podcast going to talk about? That commercial, whether it's appropriate, inappropriate, but they're talking about your product. Here you have a Larry David commercial that you guys loved, but
I
you
gotta
can't
look it
tell me
up.
the fucking
No
product
idea.
for it.
No, it was
No,
some
I gotta
look it up.
Bitcoin, some
It's-
.com.
No, it's
No, it wasn't.
the whole thing with the Super Bowl commercials is disruption, and the only
Yes.
thing that I saw that disrupted what is the mainstream commercial is the Coinbase one.
I
It
agree
was the
with that.
fucking QR code bouncing. around the
Yeah,
screen.
that was the only one that I
And as
remember.
soon as
seeing.
it came
It's the only
on,
one I remember.
I turned to my wife,
Yeah.
had a bloodshot eyes, and I said, this is whatever this is. I don't even know what this is right now, but this is the best commercial that you're going to see this thing.
Yep.
She said, what are you
I said the
talking
same
about?
thing.
I'm like, because
It was crypto.
as soon as it started, I was like, I already know what this is.
Right.
This is it. There's nothing more than this.
Right.
Yep.
And they were
You
waiting
know?
for it to hit the corner. And as soon as it hit
Yeah.
the corner, the commercial ended. I said, that's what's going to happen. In 27 seconds, whatever, it's going to hit the corner, the commercial's going to end.
They also wanted you to take a photo of it.
Oh, yeah. So
I did it.
So everybody in my house did it. Everybody
Did you
I
rewind
did
it? Did you do it live? Or
I
you were
was too
around it?
busy
No,
just waiting
I
for it
did
to
it
hit the
live.
corner. I didn't even realize what it
I
wanted.
did it
Yeah.
live. It went old school blue screen
Yep.
TV with a little .com Coinbase fucking
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
and your phone went to a website. That was
And then what happened to the website? It crashed.
Of course.
Because so many people went
Well,
there at the
no,
same
and
time.
great.
Coinbase just crashes. My friend works for Coinbase. They crash constantly.
Well, they
You want to
fucking
shout
got-
her out? What's her name?
I thought that commercial was brilliant. I thought
brilliant. It was
that was
really
my. That
brilliant.
was so. I love
Again,
the
here's
Meadow
my
Soprano
thing.
one.
We're
I
talking
love
about it
that
today,
one.
right?
Yep, absolutely.
That's why he knows it's a brilliant commercial.
And I just remember like seeing that commercial. I was like, I know what's happening here, and like this is just brilliant, brilliant.
I had to do it. I
Yeah.
could
But it's also
have- right,
creepy.
because
Exactly.
it lasted so long. I
Yes.
was like, I gotta do it.
Because you have every sitting there staring at the TV going, what is this? What is this?
Yeah.
You do it. I'm not doing it. They want me
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
it, so I'm not going to do it. And someone at the party's got to go, all right, fuck it, guys. I'll do it. Right. So you're going to get at least one person at the party. He's going to go, oh, it's Coinbase.
Right.
And everyone's like, okay, Coinbase. But that's genius because
Yep.
it's the only commercial
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah.
had everybody in the room say the same name of the commercial.
Interactive.
It's so smart.
Thought my phone was gonna blow up. I thought
Yeah,
fucking
that was a good one.
disease.
No, it brings me back to like what you always talk about the marketing thing is like you can go your old school routes of doing a commercial, doing this, doing that, and what you guys are always screaming and preaching is get an influencer, somebody who has a base,
Sure.
get them to talk about your product, and then holy shit, look what happens.
Yeah.
They're gonna so it's about that like that's an amazing commercial. It's funny. It's this. Okay, but does it drive people to your product? Is it gonna get people to buy your
Yeah.
product? And you've been
The right people.
Right, correct. So
You know?
you guys at Viola Media have been screaming about this since I've met you guys, since this opened. Stop with the old school, antiquated marketing and start doing how are you going to get the people you need to search this? So the people that Coinbase wants is the people with the phone in their hand that are young, that are 40 and under, essentially probably more like 30 and under, that are into this, that are going to snap that QR code. I'm sitting there watching the game, my father and my mother going, what is that? So my kids, my
Looks like Pong.
you know who the one
like-
in the
Yeah,
whole
but even
room-
that.
Well,
but
I
even
mean,
that,
it has
like,
to be kind of like 45 and under because it's crypto and people have to have money
that's
to, to spend on
right.
it.
So you have disposable income, and you know who the one that snapped it first and went to the website? My 11-year-old daughter. So then I was like, yeah, I know what that is. She right to the TV,
Perfect.
clicked it, looked at it, and she goes, Coinbase. Oh, it's one of those Bitcoin things, Dad.
Right.
Knew immediately, and I'm like, holy fuck, this
Yeah.
is again exactly what you guys are always preaching.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Brennan was also starring in an episode of Euphoria, so he didn't even see the commercial.
Yeah, no, he's very busy.
If you listened to 2 hours ago on this podcast,
And
you would have got
saying-
that joke.
And spending Ralph's singles. The halftime show. How do you feel about that?
I have things to say.
All right. Well, we're coming to you first.
Okay. So I love this halftime show.
Yeah.
I love all the OGs. Kendrick was great too. Respect all of them. Have been to concerts and seen some of them in concert live.
There's a butt coming.
Love it. There is a butt coming. Love it. But it's hip hop. And that's what people were like, oh, it's the best ever. I don't know if it's the best Super Bowl entertainment ever. It was a great performance, but hip hop isn't like upbeat. The ones that I remember are like The Who. I remember The Who's halftime show. I remember Britney and Aerosmith because it's like in your face, big, it's loud, it's exciting. I don't know, like Janet and Justin I remember because of like the incident, but also like it's upbeat
What
music.
incident?
Great game.
What?
Great game. That one.
But like
Eagles?
hip hop
Carolina
isn't
coming back.
hip hop isn't like that. And I think other people saying, "Oh, it sucked." Like one, you're probably super young, you don't even know
Who
who's
said
on
it sucked?
stage.
Somebody said it sucked.
I actually
There's a
heard
lot
that
of
too, which I
people.
was surprised.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think it sucked. I think it was super mediocre.
I just think that's how hip hop shows are though. It's not like big and like if I've gone to many hip hop concerts. They're not
Well,
You know, like, they're
here's
not-
the problem right away.
you're not
You only have
amped.
12 minutes, and you have 94
Was that how
artists.
I felt like that was
No,
like
it's
a
not
half
like
hour?
that.
You have like 12 minutes, and
It's a
you have
little longer than
90
that.
artists.
It is a little longer than that.
Okay.
It
20
was,
minutes.
It was 6 artists.
It's a lot to fit. So Snoop Dogg sang twice on his Super Bowl halftime show.
His gang.
Eminem sang a song that I've heard 95 million times. He sang that song.
He took a knee for longer than he sang.
Exactly. He took a knee for longer than he sang. I thought that song choice was awful. Kendrick Lamar, I don't know. I thought his portion was awesome. I don't even know him.
He was hands down the best performer.
I thought it was
great.
cool.
But
I
he
thought it
will
was cool as
always
shit.
be. If you knew
He
who
was
was
always
performing
great.
and you know that genre, like you're saying,
Right.
and it's boring and all blah, 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 there was no doubt going to that he was going to be the best performer, and he was.
It was cool. I admit it. I don't know him, but I
I
thought
was
it was
gonna
cool.
say, like, I felt so old. I was like, who's this guy?
50 Cent.
He's
My son
not
was
that
like,
old.
"Wait,
He's not even
For
that
a
old.
split second, though, when I saw Jay-Z was at the concert, I'm like, if he comes out and does Renegade with Eminem, I will. Then that may put it on the best
Well, the only reason he
halftime
was
show
there was because he
ever.
wrote half of those Dr. Dre songs.
50 Cent, huge, hanging upside down.
Huge.
Weird. Huge.
$1.50.
But
He
at
is
least.
a $1.50 now.
You know, I thought it was good.
The
It
one
just wasn't
meme
great.
of it's Dr. Dre, Mary J, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar facing one way, and then 50's facing the wrong way. It's like 50 skipped choreography day. he's looking he's the only
Well,
one
that was
looking the
thing.
wing way.
Did you see that setup? So I don't know what they were. Trains,
It was only
cars.
one
I don't
way-
know what the
Houses?
fuck it was.
Yeah, it was weird.
Were they houses?
It looks
were
like
houses.
I know
it
the
was
bottom
a
was the
studio.
city.
It was
Yeah.
like a town.
Okay. What were the people
Yeah.
on the other side
My
looking at?
mother said the same thing.
partying.
Watching it.
They were just partying.
But you couldn't see anything. Like
You couldn't
saw,
see anything inside
mean
those
through
cars.
them?
Yeah, you couldn't see 50 Cent's performance from the other
From
side
the
of
other
the 50
side,
yard
yeah.
line.
anybody.
Yeah, but there's a fucking...
crazy.
There's probably a 9
Jumbotron.
million-yard
I'm saying,
I'm
like,
above their
sure
face.
there's jumbotrons. It was weird. They
Listen,
left
as
all
somebody
the
who's been
lights
to the
on
Super
whole
Bowl
time.
multiple times,
Ah, here we go.
Listen, when are you going to invite us to the
He
Super Bowl?
fucking
When
Have
could
you?
we-
shamed us last week about
Wait,
that. It was
what
like,
halftime shows have you seen live?
I saw Bruno Mars at MetLife,
Which was a good one.
which was the best one. I've
Because
ever
he's
seen.
an entertainer.
He's an
It's
entertainer.
different.
It's like
Absolutely.
seeing Michael Jackson.
He's beautiful.
Minus the
Yeah.
touching boys and,
And
hypnotizing
the
people.
pointy nose.
And who else? Who else?
I saw. Well, I didn't see this one. I went to the Saints Super Bowl, the Harbaugh Bowl.
When the
not
lights went
Saints.
out?
Yes. I don't remember who was that because I was blacked out
Go
the entire time.
I don't even
It
know
was
who
the
that person was.
Saints. Oh, Beyonce.
No, it wasn't Saints. It was the Ravens and the 49ers.
Beyonce.
Was that
Oh,
Beyonce?
no.
Yes, it was Beyonce. She's right.
Ugh, that one was awful.
Yeah, I was puking.
That was like
I want to see like
power of the
Red Hot Chili Peppers or something.
It ain't gonna happen.
Oh, thanks for just
I wish.
fucking killing
yeah,
my dream.
listen to me.
Please
I
give me like,
wish.
I want to wear my underwear. Like,
It
dude,
would be
you're
awesome,
old and gross.
but it ain't gonna
Stop.
happen. They are all from now on gonna be a bunch of people on stage.
You know where I
From
take
now
offense
on.
to this
I don't like that,
Super
though.
Bowl halftime performances is the Mary J. Blige thing because people are like, "Oh, she sucked." I'm
That
like,
she took 7 minutes.
I thought she was amazing.
I don't think she was
she's the
bad.
fucking
I
coolest.
think
There's
as
multiple
I think
people
for
have
her
told me that was
age-
the worst part of it, and I'm like, "You're fucking."
I'm not
crazy.
Then they
saying
don't know
she
Mary
was
J.
bad.
Blige.
It's
Then
No,
they're not a fan.
amazing.
I had a
and
problem
she
with that.
sounded
They're
great.
not a fan.
No, she lip synced the whole thing.
No, that is 100% not the whole thing. She lip synced the hardest parts where she was dancing,
No, she lip synced the whole thing.
not the whole thing,
No,
Stop it
she
now.
didn't. She didn't at the end.
not the chorus.
She wore horse.
I've
right
seen.
now.
I've seen
They
her
turned her
live.
mic
She
on
sings very good.
apparently here and there, so she could double it over. She lip synced, and I hate when they do that. Don't fucking do the concert. Don't do the show
I thought
if
she
you're
was
gonna lip
amazing.
sync.
It was way too long.
I thought she
Her
looked
part
amazing.
was way too long.
Listen, she's
She's
amazing.
50.
She is amazing.
Listen,
I'm 50.
season 2 of First Down Dogs, episode 1, when I'm wearing that same exact outfit.
Yo, so you better get
Did
that
you
hat.
see? I don't know. I don't know. If I
better
told
We'll
you.
bring
Yeah.
AJ out. We'll bring AJ out with that.
There was a prop on my bookie site. Will Mary J. Blige show cleavage?
Really?
Yeah, I guess I didn't send it to you. I couldn't believe it. I was like,
No,
I don't think so. She's 107 years old. I have a screenshot of it.
That's
of the
crazy.
prop on. I was like, I can't believe it's on my
She
computer. Right now.
show cleavage. That's nuts.
And I was like, how do you determine yes or no?
What cleavage is though?
Right.
Like how much cleavage? Like,
Like,
yeah,
is
those
it-
bets I like to stay away
Like
from.
nipple. It's
that's-
got to be nipple.
It's
Does it have to be a V-neck? Is it one of those things where it has like slits in it? So it's like, oh, it's kind of cleavage, but it's not.
I thought it was good. It wasn't great. I did get the chills with the last song because of that fucking beat. But other than that, that's it. It wasn't amazing.
You see the the video of Snoop getting high before.
Yeah.
And they like, posted that. Everybody was like, "Can you believe this?" I was like,
Yeah, of course
"Yes."
you can.
What do you think they were doing?
Wouldn't expect anything else.
How professional was he that he didn't smoke on stage during it?
Yeah.
Kids? I mean, God bless him.
For
I
the
love the guy.
I saw a thing today too. Like they were like, "Oh, he's wearing like Crip colors." I'm like, "It was like a fucking Rams uniform. What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
It was also Crip colors because
And
the guy's
also,
wearing Crip colors
yeah,
his whole entire career.
Forever.
Exactly.
Well,
Like,
This is
why
what
is
I
that a
mean.
shocker to
You
anybody?
can't do anything nowadays
Guy's
without
amazing.
somebody saying some bullshit.
bring
You
back
should
Brett.
be our cancel culture whistleblower.
I
next
hate
season.
that. I hate the cancel culture shit. I am
just
so
blow a
happy
whistle.
Spotify told those people that wanted Joe Rogan off. All right, bye. See the door. Like finally, someone who sticks up for something.
Yeah, but you
Neil
notice,
Young's back.
You notice how nowadays he's just talking about like culture, change and.
They caught his balls.
For now,
Yeah, it's
I'm sure
like-
for now. They probably told him be quiet,
Yeah,
for, like play nice
100%.
for now, and then you can go back
Yeah,
to it
definitely.
eventually when this passes.
We'll see.
Let's just celebrate the fact that Super Bowl champion and the NFC champion was picked by.
These two.
Yeah,
Cheers! When I take.
we'll be
5
wearing tux for the
Celsius.
Oscar show,
Congrats.
as
I
everyone
can't
else
wait.
will.
I can't wait to wear a tux.
I'm happy on that.
There's
Are you
no
coming?
chance you own a suit, let alone a tux.
Definitely
this
have
guy
a suit.
loves wearing
It's
suits.
crumpled up in my car right now.
chance.
My
There's no
suit.
chance.
It's
Right
been
next to
there
the-
since my last wedding.
There's
I
no
went
way
to.
you own a collar
It's
on a
been
shirt.
there since my last
It's
wedding.
right
I
next to
went
the West Industry Athletics flag.
Please iron it.
All right.
This guy has a tux T-shirt, and
You
on the back
better
it
wear
says
it
"Here
down.
to party."
Talks all the time about how
You
much he
better wear
loves
it
wearing
down.
a suit.
I'll go through a thrift store. I'll wear one of my old.
You could borrow AJ's.
AJ's. I was
I'll
gonna say.
wear one of my old prom dresses.
All right. You still
Perfect.
got
How
your
many
old
prom dresses do you have?
dresses?
I do 4 of them.
4 of them.
Oh, Miss Popular. All right, let's move on. She had 4 dates for.
But I will.
You went 5?
I
You went
Okay,
to 5
Sean.
proms?
Yes, it is.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Holy shit! I got stood up at my first prom. Go on.
By who?
Straight up.
What was his name?
I honestly don't remember her name.
Was he a theater
I
teacher?
got straight up. I got straight up stood up where I had how everybody shows up at somebody's house and takes pictures.
Yeah.
I wasn't in those pictures. My date never showed up.
Oh, they wouldn't even
my
let you in the
God.
picture though. Like, hey,
Nope.
like,
Oh, I didn't want to be in the picture. I was like, no, go ahead, guys, go ahead.
oh man,
That's
did you
Stood
horrible.
up. Was
Did-
horrible, wasn't it?
Did like your sister come out?
Wait,
And she's like,
that's
"I'll
so
go with you."
sad.
Like,
My
was
sister
it like a
wasn't around.
sitcom thing?
Nope.
Like,
Was this
your
like
mom was
junior
like,
prom?
Junior prom.
Wait, did you go
Stood
to
up.
our prom with your wife?
No.
Was it after that?
No, I didn't mean.
No,
I,
George
I
went
didn't
to
start
him.
hanging
I
out
was
with
gonna
my
say,
George
I
went
went
to our
with
prom
your
with his
wife. Shit. Sorry, man.
with his 10-inch cock.
Jesus Christ! Holy shit!
No.
It's a compliment. Let's do it.
Who's winning the Super Bowl next year? Don't say the
winning
Steelers.
Super
Don't say the
Bowl.
Steelers.
Oh, I like this one.
I'm just heavy. I'm heavy on the LA Rams. LA Chargers right now. I'm big on them. I don't think they could win a Super Bowl. I'm just big on them making a deep run into the playoffs.
You don't think Jameis Winston's going to take the Steelers to the Super Bowl next
I
year?
wish they would, but I don't think it's going to be Jameson Winston. If Aaron Rodgers goes to the Steelers, however, my tune will change.
My tune will change.
Damn straight.
What's the final score going to be?
Of what game?
Super Bowl. Who are the 2 teams that are going to be in the Super Bowl?
The 2 teams that are going to be in the Super Bowl? All right.
Switching it up.
Just to be a dick, and I'm going to change this in August.
Are you crying right now?
I am crying from my prom date.
From your inappropriate
I'm going to say
comment.
I'm putting money on all this, so.
Chargers, Green Bay. Green Bay wins.
Jordan Love's going to the Super Bowl next year.
35-31. I'm done. I'll see you guys in
I thought
August.
they were trading Jordan Love.
I mean,
Aren't they?
They're going to get rid of Rodgers. Who's going to be the quarterback?
They're not. I think Roger said he's going to stay.
We'll see.
Listen, this is all February
All right,
talk.
who you got?
It's going to change in August.
Just say the Jets.
Mac Jones.
Kansas City.
All right, that's a good one.
All right.
And I have to pick a second one.
Not in the same division.
They have to play somebody.
Kansas
In the NFC.
City.
She loves that thing that she's wearing around her right now. She's falling asleep.
Rams.
Oh, come on.
Why? I don't know who else would from
It's a
from
good
the
one.
NFC. Is
Stafford's still going to be there. Cam Akers is going to
Cup's
be
still
better.
going to be there, right?
Be a new head
Should
coach.
be.
Cup's definitely going to be there. It's a good one.
It's a good
Von
one. I
Miller's
mean,
still going to be
Chiefs,
there.
Rams.
worst odds, definitely.
Chiefs, Rams.
All right. Trip.
Minnesota,
Don't say the Dolphins.
Detroit.
No, I'm gonna go with I'll take two like outliers, if you will. I mean, I love the Packers. I took the Packers this year. I think they will go next year. But I'm gonna take as far as the money goes, like if we get about preseason, I'm gonna go New England, Dallas.
New England.
Ooh, I like that.
Mac Jones, second year.
Ooh, and I
Yeah.
like the Dallas pick.
I'll go New England, Dallas.
Oh, I'm going to
right,
bet
okay.
on his bet.
Well,
I like that.
there's no way that fucking Dak Prescott's ever winning the Super Bowl.
Ooh,
What's
Okay.
up,
he just
AJ?
has to get in it. He doesn't have to win it.
That's crazy.
No, I know. So Mac Jones is winning that Super Bowl. Or
It could
That's
happen.
interesting. That's good money.
Drew
right now.
Bledsoe.
Oh, I like that. Just because I like them.
What do you got?
I got the Ravens going to the Super Bowl next year.
The Ravens.
Yeah. And the 49ers.
Oh,
You're
a
obsessed
repeat?
with the 49ers.
Ravens,
A
Niners.
repeat?
Yeah.
49ers
Hardball
are the-
ball.
The 49ers are the most complete team sub quarterback. Like,
Yeah.
which is crazy because they're so close. They're so fucking close, and they're missing. Obviously,
They're
But
gonna
are
get
they
one.
going to
Most
still
important
be
thing.
that close next
Yeah.
year?
Garoppolo is not going to be the quarterback.
Are they going
Still
to
thinking.
lose anyone?
What was their over this year that you went on to 11?
No,
It was,
10 and a half.
Oh, it was 10 and a half?
Yeah.
That'll be interesting to see what quarterback they have. Like,
right now. Well, that was the whole thing in this year. Is like they drafted like if you don't have one quarterback, you know.
I can't wait for next season.
Yeah, me too.
I can't wait to have this conversation next year and see how it works out.
Well, I mean,
I
But
like
again,
his
just like
bet.
my future picks in the preseason.
You don't like your own
I'm
bet?
Going for the money. Like
No,
those
I
are
like
two
his
money
better.
picks.
not
I
one
think
of
mine's
us.
more
Not
realistic,
one of
but I
us
like
touched
his.
the Bills.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's a good one, though.
They fell apart
they're
at the
far
end.
away. Like if you look at their team, they're far away.
You know why I don't pick the Bills is because their coaching staff has been fleeced.
It's still going to be a really good
And
team.
you realize without Tre'Davious White, they have nothing else in the secondary.
Yeah.
Listen, there's a
And
draft to come.
Josh Allen's amazing.
There's free agency. There's a draft to come. There's going to be a
Sure.
lot of changes.
I'm
from
going
now until
Panthers,
August.
Jaguars.
Panthers, Jaguars? Jags. You know, they're saying, I think the Jags can win like 7 games next year.
All right, your team. How many games are they winning? This is I don't even have
Pittsburgh
papers anymore.
Steelers?
How many games are they winning next
The
year?
Steelers.
Yeah.
I don't know who my
17.
quarterback
What's
is.
the over?
What if it was
Listen,
Aaron
if
Rodgers?
If it's
8.5.
Mason, if it's Mason,
Yeah, we know what the over is going to be.
if it's
gonna be
Mason
500.
Rudolph, if it's Mason Rudolph, we're winning
Big
6 to
fat
7
fucking
games.
face.
Winning 6 to
You
7.
my,
So under
my final
500.
to be under 500.
It'll be under 500.
First
if
year.
Mason Rudolph is our quarterback.
All right.
How
Sucks.
dare you? Guys are phenomenal doctors.
And what if it's
However, if
Rodgers?
it's anybody else, they'll probably be over 500.
All right. Perfect.
You ever see how many bases he stole?
Katie,
Don't
the
ask me
Bucks,
about.
Patriots,
Oh.
or the Packers. What's going to be the over under in any one of those?
If the Packers lose Aaron Rodgers,
You're a
I
Jets
don't
fan.
know.
Stop talking about the Packers. What's the Jets? What are the Jets going to win next year?
Come on, how many
What
games
was the
did they win
season
this
at?
year?
What was the? Yeah. What was this? I don't even
One.
know.
No, how many did they win? 4?
4,
4.
4 and 12,
She's gonna say 6.
4
4 and
and
13.
13.
Yeah, come on, you're a Jet fan. How many are they winning?
I want to say 4 again, but
Oh,
That's awful.
I kind of, but I don't know what the. We have to see what happens in the draft. But honestly, they don't draft good, so really, I don't have that much confidence in them either.
Sounds like a Jet fan.
you're a fucking Patriots fan. Sean,
This guy doesn't even have a coach.
Yeah. What about you?
We have one of the few black hires in the league because we're one of the most non-racist
Listen,
teams in the entire
Pittsburgh
all
league.
right, thanks
is
for coming
the
out. First down,
non-racist
dogs.
team.
Take it deep.
You cannot bring up race without him trying to end the segment immediately.
Pittsburgh least racist team. Go on.
Yeah, the rules named after your owner. What a fucking cop out that was. We had one black coach, and now we have this rule named after Art Rooney.
I like the coach though. I like the new coach.
Mike McDaniel?
Yeah, we went
he's
to
gonna be
a
out of
couple
job in 3
Weezer
years.
concerts together.
Yeah, he'd be out of
You
job.
still miss your old coach?
I do. I like
better.
the old
I
coach a
would
lot.
miss your
I
old
know,
coach.
you were-
He's a
Shame he'll
disgusting
never
racist
coach again.
himself, but
He'll never coach ever again.
that's what's up. No, I think he's
Ever
good.
again.
I'll bet you now he either goes back to the Patriots and goes on the staff, or goes to Alabama. Goes
Who's
on their
getting a
staff.
job first?
2 years, then he's a coach.
Him or
again.
Kaepernick?
Kaepernick.
I'll bet you he's a Patriots coach
I
or
think,
an
he,
Alabama.
I think he goes to college.
Kaepernick's
He's gonna be
Yeah.
a Crimson Tide. He's gonna go with
Yeah.
Saban, and he's gonna be a Crimson Tide coach for 2 years, and then he's back in the NFL as a coordinator.
All right, how many
and then
games are the
back-
Dolphins winning next year?
Kaepernick gets a Cartoon Network show next year.
It's called Ed and
How many games?
Ed and Eddie.
I know it. I was going to finish it a different way.
No.
Yeah, no. I looked at him and he was like, "Don't you dare!"
How many games are the
How
fucking
many games are
Dolphins
the Dolphins winning?
winning? They get
next
to
year they're
500?
They're gonna
And
no.
so-
They're gonna win 8 games next year. They're gonna win 7 or 8 games tops.
How many did they win this year?
9.
What do you think about your Jets?
7 wins.
7 wins. I love
Yeah.
the positivity. That's a real Jet
He-
fan
he-
right over there. That's a
Seven
Jet
really-
fan
delusional.
right there.
Also,
Awesome.
7 really means 11.
A real Jet fan
And
is
after week
honest.
1,
4.
they're going to the Super Bowl. We're getting tattoos.
Definitely.
And here we go again.
All I could pray for next year is for the Jets to be a decent team to get this guy fired up.
If they can
Well,
go
better
2-0
than the
next year,
Giants.
we're gonna get him.
2-0?
We're gonna get him to cut off fingers. We're gonna get tattoos. We're gonna get dress bets. We're gonna get everything.
We're gonna get live stadium
Yeah.
fucking bits. at
I'm
the
doing it.
place.
If they go 2-0, I'm doing every fucking episode
Yeah,
after that.
I
News.
just bought everybody tickets to the next game.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you subscribe, like, and retweet this podcast, I'll give you tickets.
I think we're done with this season, man.
Yeah.
It's been a long one.
Nice job. You want a kiss?
No, it's all right. Listen, it was a pleasure.
Yeah,
I
it was
haven't
good.
talked to Trip in fucking 10 years. And it was
New
a pleasure.
friends.
New friends again, friends.
Poker tournament came out of it.
Well, I
That's
gotta
so
get him
cute.
back now, so we're gonna have to get another fucking poker tournament.
Hey,
in
I
about a
love
month.
to throw the cards, man.
I wasn't
Thanks,
paying
everybody.
attention to him at all that game. He was sitting too far away.
All right. Well, we're not doing this.
Listen to me. You just went out. You had no cards. Don't get mad. You had no cards.
Yeah, I'll be back next game. We had great guests. Katie,
Thank
Katie
you.
Cash.
Thanks for having me.
Sean's fucking son from Euphoria was on.
Smitty and his broken back.
Smitty and his fucking
terrible
terrible
picks.
picks.
And AJ Glass in a dress.
And AJ Glass wearing his wife's sister's.
Next year we're getting Sally on here with his fucking $20,000 bets.
You know what? Look,
we're
listen,
doing it.
AJ's been a great guest, and he could go 45-0 next year, and he'll always be AJ, the guy that came in a dress.
I can guarantee you he will be wearing a dress at one point next year. I can guarantee it. It's right.
Yeah,
'Cause
or he's not
somebody's-
going to have a pinky.
Or he's not gonna have a pinky. Somebody will make a bet with
Yeah,
him.
I'd rather lose my pinky than wear a dress. I like
Absolutely.
on camera.
Bet you he's in a dress next year at some point. It's gonna come down to Dak.
I
I
bet-
think
I
if
bet
he
you
was
he's by
already
summertime.
in 2 dresses this year, he's definitely going to be in a dress next year. That's not
Right?
even a question.
I'll take it a step further. He's going to be in bra and panties. Next.
I agree.
He
He's gonna
was
have a
so
summer
white.
show.
I do not want
bikini?
to see that. He was a pasty motherfucker.
I mean, I'll
I'd
check
rather
it
see
out.
you in a bra and panties.
No, that's not happening.
You said you were going to be naked if the Jets went
What?
2-0.
If they go
You
2 and
were gonna
0,
be naked if
I'll
they go
do one
2-0?
nude
I
episode.
listen.
Could you do the blurring out thing?
Of
'Cause I'll
course.
do
Of course
that.
you can.
Okay,
Jose?
good.
You think I wouldn't do?
How
you
big
think-
is it? Like,
You think I wouldn't say that?
You can make it as big as you want.
I think I wouldn't say that
We're
if
gonna
I
need
didn't
a
know
lot.
that was a
We
thing.
need a lot of blurring for
I'll edit the video.
the top half at least.
I'll edit the video of that one.
I think Katie Cash is coming back for our Oscar show.
Yeah.
Wearing
But
a
here's
gown?
the thing about the Oscar show: you gotta fucking watch the movies.
I'm only watching.
Okay,
the
we have
ma-
until March 27th.
Right.
Yeah.
Relax.
I'm only watching the major movie,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
best
the best
picture
pictures.
movies. Everything else, I have a system.
All right. Cool.
All right,
You have a system?
No, I'm into cinematography.
I have a system. I'm gonna be.
I
I'm
forget, are you the
guaranteed
only one
on-
who's bet on this already? You've never bet on it,
I
actually.
bet on
have
it
you?
all
On
my
the-
life,
on
every
the-
year.
No, but I've done
Oscars.
like sheets with them.
March
That's what you're talking about, right?
Oh, I've
Yeah,
never
she-
yeah,
done
yeah.
that.
Not like
Have you?
online.
No, I
but-
can't find them, but I,
I
bet you I'll
bet
put
on
$5
anything.
in.
I bet-
Like sheets.
I
I've
will
been
bet
to
on who's
Oscar
gonna-
parties
I
where you
forgot
bet
who
on
I'm talking
sheets.
to,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
We'll drink wine and champagne.
We'll get everybody.
We'll see you
get
for,
fucking Jesse.
March
Everybody
Madness?
should walk in.
Yeah,
I'm going to
definitely.
make
March
Dominique and
Madness?
Alyssa.
Before
March,
that?
Who?
Is March
Dress
Madness
up.
first?
Dom and Alyssa.
Bring them all.
We got to do March
Who
Madness.
cares?
It's a
first.
party. An Oscar
Yeah.
party.
Bring anybody you want to bring for the Oscar party.
Cool.
We're gonna do March Madness though,
Whoever
right?
you're wearing.
Yeah.
All right.
We're doing March Madness. We're doing baseball whenever that starts.
But this is the last episode.
We'll do a little bit of horse racing. We'll do a little bit of golf.
Yes, we have to do the Kentucky Derby. We have to do the Triple Crown.
Oh my God! If you guys do the Triple Crown, then you have to come in the outfits that they wear to the actual.
No, you have to
Great
come with
idea.
the big hats.
That's a great idea.
You have to come with the big
Every
hats.
time it has to be in theme.
We'll do
Jesse
it.
loves all of this, by the way. He loves like the whole sports thing. You know?
No, he doesn't.
Even though he knows nothing.
But he's gonna be on here soon.
But he'll be wearing a fucking floppy hat.
Last episode of First
All right.
Down Dogs.
You have to wear one of the regular hats.
Yes, definitely. All right. Thanks for the whole season.
Yes.
Appreciate
a
it.
million episodes.
Say it.
First
Down Dogs.
No, take it deep.
First down, dog.
I would sleep in the same bedroom as you two, and I have no problem with that because I would think we're on the same. Well, not you. You're a weird kid. You're
I
a weird
would
guy.
not
yeah.
sleep in the same.
Like I would sleep at church.
As you two.
Other than the smoking, like I would imagine you're a late guy. Like you probably what do you sleep at average of 5 hours a night?
Yeah, I'm happy
Right.
with 5 hours.
Yeah, so you're going to sleep super late, you're waking up super early.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Every
the
day.
same way, and you're probably not fucking like you're getting up, you're getting dressed, and you're getting the fuck out.
That's
right?
it. I don't
yeah.
mess around.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to do shit with the kids now, but
Like
yeah,
what?
most of the
Goddamn kids.
time.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's brush my
Gets
teeth.
them ready.
This guy's in bed at 7:30. You know, he's got his footies on and he's ready to go.
You do go to bed early and you wake up really early.
So do we.
Yeah. He texted me this weekend. He texted me something at like 4:30. And,
Yes,
I responded
4:30.
to him like
I
right
knew
away.
you were awake.
Yeah, I was still
I knew
awake.
you hadn't gone to bed yet.
Yeah. He was awake. He was up for the day, and
That
I
was
was.
Sunday
I haven't
morning.
got to bed yet.
How do you
Sunday
go
morning.
to bed at 7:30?
I don't really. It just happens.
Just,
If there's like a nice couch
Oh,
and something on TV, lights out.
if I'm horizontal, I'm out cold.
Doesn't matter
I don't
what
care
it
where I am, what
You
I'm
don't
doing.
wake up?
Horizontal,
do you
I'm
mean?
out.
like in the middle of the night?
Yeah, no,
Like
I wake
a
up.
movie theater with the reclining seats. Sorry, Charlie, not making
Oh,
it through this
yeah.
movie.
Any movie theater. If it's warm in there, forget it.
Right.
Over.
But like Saturday
I
night
haven't
into
seen a movie
Sunday,
in 25 years.
I think I got home at 5 a.m. It's like I'm texting him and I'm like, he's up for the day. I haven't gone to sleep.
Here's
This
another
is so
weird married person thing. You just said, like, you don't wake up in the middle of the night. I don't wake up in the middle of the night. My wife gets mad at me that I fall asleep in the living room, which I don't understand whatsoever.
Oh yeah, No, that
Because
was a
she
huge
wants
fucking
you
big
to
deal.
sleep with you.
Yeah.
No, I know, but that's not really what she wants. Yeah,
Right,
we sleep together
exactly.
every single night. She's just like mad at something. I don't know what it
Because
is.
you're not like,
That you
let's go to
sleep-
bed together.
Listen.
Or
I-
that you fall asleep so easily? Does she fall asleep that easily?
She does, but she also likes to stay up late, you know?
I wake up, like, you know when you wake up but you don't open your eyes or anything like that? For the last, like, year, all I've heard is, fucking shit, fucking asshole, fucking shit, shut up, fucking shit. And I'm like, after a while, I'm like, I could hear you. Like, I hear you talking bad about me. And then I'll fall asleep on the couch, like, the next day. I'll be like, let me give her some space. Because she obviously doesn't like either I'm snoring, whatever I'm doing, that's not right. And then I'll wake up the next morning with her and get the kids ready, and she'll be like, so you slept on the couch last night? And it's like, yeah, I did it for you. Like, so you could fucking have peace.
Wait, you sleep a whole night on the couch?
Sometimes,
All
yeah.
the time. I used to do it all the
If
time.
all right, put it this way. If I fall asleep on the couch accidentally, like watching a show or something, and I wake up at like 2 a.m. and I got to get up at 5, I am not going in my bed.
No chance.
I am not
your
going in
bedroom
my
upstairs from where you
No,
sleep.
it's in the same. It's in the
I
same.
would wake
level.
I
up
don't
and like,
ever
there's
make
no
it that
fucking
far.
chance
It's not
I'm
about
climbing
going
the stairs.
upstairs. It's the bed is so comfortable. I don't want to go in there just for 3 hours. Not a chance.
I don't ever make it that far. At 9:30, I did something wrong by falling asleep in the living room. Like, Jonathan,
Jonathan.
go to bed, Jonathan. I'm like, are you my wife or my mother?
Holy shit!
So like, if you're watching,
Katie, is this the podcast you thought you were going to be on?
if you're watching a movie, let's say
What
you
is happening?
you watch a movie on something that just got released, and you watch a movie.
Yeah, I know what
and
you're
you
doing
start
already.
you start nodding off. She's yelling at you for nodding off,
Of
right?
course.
Like,
Is
Of
she
course.
like,
Why are you
wake
sleeping?
up?
Amy?
I'm like,
That's what
She whack you. She whack.
I like
she's gonna
you saw
wake
me get
up.
up at 3:30 to
That's
place
three times.
$500 worth of bets and let the dog eat and go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes my wife's in bed by 7:30. What time do you go to bed?
Not at 7:30. Lately, not until very late.
What are you doing?
Utah, you mean?
Yeah, Utah, and then
Utah
house
time.
stuff.
Oh yeah, there you go.
House stuff. Yeah, that'll keep you up, I guess.
No, 'cause
I can't wait
I had
to-
house stuff. It never kept me up. Your
New
house
house.
stuff?
Well, I'm not. So
New
I'm
house.
like one and done. New house stuff.
Yeah, okay, I have old house stuff there. Kept me up. Like, it was a
This
new
girl's
house. It never
fucking-
kept me up
this
then.
This
That's why
girl's
it's an old
sanding
house.
pallet boards at
Painting the
1:30 in the
molding? She's
morning.
painting the molding.
Just grouting.
I was for sure painting multiple times until 1:30, 1 o'clock in the morning.
I like painting. Painting.
When
If I
it's the
had my
fifth
own
coat
house-
on the same thing, not so fun.
If I had my own house and like there was work to do, I would just be fucked up all the time.
Pretty much.
You know?
Well, you can't do housework without booze.
That's why everything takes 2.5, 3 hours.
Because you know you're gonna make
how it
17
also
trips
looks
to
like
Home Depot.
shit when it's done.
Like, I'm not the only guy that does that. Like, oh, I have to go to Home Depot for this. And now I am the least handy person in America. So, like, all right, I'm going to do this. I've watched 7 YouTube videos on this. I'm going to go, straighten this door out so it doesn't, like, jam when you put it in. And it's never one Home Depot trip. It's always 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
I gotta go back. And,
And
then
I
I'm back there.
hate
And the guy's
Home
like,
Depot.
oh, back again. Like, fuck you, dickhead. Like, you couldn't help me the first time. Like, you're going to need all these things, too.
Then you like actually like grab me, like you're coming with me.
Yeah.
Try to take him home with you.
Content out over the next fucking 4 months. It'll be
You
there.
just keep putting out content of when we were right. Like,
Yes.
Get
I'm
every
gonna,
time
I'm gonna
someone
go
re-
back and make a couple like quick edits.
Wait. What would be really funny is if we just replayed the whole season, but only our correct picks for the next 20 weeks.
Look at us. We were brilliant.
Who you got this weekend? And then it's just quick snippets of only the winners.
Just the Giants. Just nothing else. No, I am. I'm gonna make a bunch.
I'll have
of edits.
11 picks where I don't take the Giants game.
All right, we get it.
I already have like all the takeout takes. I got like 3 videos on that shit. So we got to put out stuff.
All right, we got to do this right now.
What happened? Super Bowl?
Can we do like an Oscar show and an Emmy show? Like we can gamble on that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He comes up with these ideas.
March
while we're
27th.
sitting on- Oh, like
How do
an
you know
Oscar
that?
show. I'll do an Oscar
I
show.
was listening to a podcast.
It is
about
in
the
March
Oscars.
now.
Like we'll dress up in tuxes. We'll sit here and gamble on the Oscars.
I'll totally do that.
You can't, but I don't
That's
think you're
actually
gonna-
fun.
don't think
I
we're
want
gonna
to be
able
involved.
don't
I
think-
want to wear
Wear
a
a
gown.
tux.
I don't think FanDuel's going to. Yeah, that.
She wants to wear a gown.
Let's go. You'd be the
You
second.
and AJ,
Other than
we-
AJ.
They usually have.
Always, yeah.
Yeah, all the categories. You pick who's gonna win.
All,
We'll see.
The Osho books will have it.
Yeah, they will.
Wait,
Not FanDuel.
really?
Like my book, he had
That's
all
an
the
actual
halftime
thing?
Yeah.
Betting on the Oscars?
Absolutely. I've never
You
physically
could bet on
on
the lottery
Oscars.
every day.
Who's seen an Oscar movie at this point?
Nobody.
What are
I
the
probably
Oscar
won't-
movies?
I've
What
probably
are
never seen
they?
any of them.
I've seen every single one of them.
What
Have
are
you
they?
really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Tell me what they are.
I didn't know they announced everything yet.
The what's the one? Come on, with Joaquin Phoenix, black and white movie.
I know-
He's
I
like
know
the
Look-
uncle to the kid.
I know
and he's like a
Don't Look
sound
Up
guy.
is on there.
Don't Look
No.
Up is on there.
What is that?
That's Leonardo
Netflix movie?
DiCaprio.
I heard it was horrible.
It's like polarizing. It's one way or the other. You either buy into what they're talking about or you don't.
Listen, we could
the
do
Denzel
this.
Washington movie.
What's
Little
that?
Things?
No,
He made a movie this year?
Man on
Yeah,
Fire.
I didn't know that.
Great movie.
Train,
Great movie.
Palm 1, 2,
Licorice
3. What was-
Pizza.
Is that
I've actually
nominated?
heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard
PTA.
Wait, that's an
Paul Thomas
actual thing? I want to sit up.
Listen, the only rule for that
Why don't
show.
you like sit Indian style? Put your feet.
Listen, we could definitely do that show because that'll
Okay,
be
this
fun.
is better.
The only rule
Pushing
should be
me
that we
back.
have to watch those main movies.
The best pictures.
The best pictures,
Yeah.
but that shit could be funny because I have
not
like
watching them.
I have
Will
like
Smith,
a system. I
King
have a
Richard.
system.
Did anybody see King Richard?
No, not yet, but
I
want to.
didn't yet, but I heard it's phenomenal.
Fucking amazing.
Oh, well, we'll
I
talk
heard
about
so
it at the
good.
Oscar show. I mean, save all your
That's
shit.
Serena and
You're
Venus
gonna have to
thing?
watch
It's
everything
not even the
twice.
Serena thing. It's just about Venus Williams.
You're gonna have to watch everything twice.
Think about that.
Really?
Serena was the better one, no?
That's the whole point of the movie. The point of the movie is
Venus
that
is
they
older,
didn't
though,
think it
right?
was Serena. They didn't think Serena was going to be. They had to choose between who they invested their money in, and they invested the money in Venus.
She was
And
pretty
then
fucking good, though.
she was great.
Yeah, she won.
She said, "This is the line. Gives me chills." In that movie, he says to her, he says to Serena, because she's not in the movie hardly ever. It's all about
Really?
Venus. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He says the father says, "Remember how I told you that Venus is gonna be, she's gonna be she's gonna be a champion." And then he says the only thing that Serena's in the movie is he says, "I'm telling you right now, you're gonna be the greatest of all time." And that's it. That's the only thing she says. The whole movie's about hyping up Venus. That's the part where Serena's in it, and it's fucking.
no,
I
I
wanted to
didn't
jump
know
out of my
that.
window when he said that. I was like, "That is fucking." I'm like, I want to go to work right now and just sell LinkedIn.
Kind of like a cat and kind of like a League of Their Own.
yeah,
Where the little sister. Was
Exactly.
kinda
Oh,
like
I love
nothing.
that.
exactly like that. Exactly. like
That's
that.
one of my
Serena's
favorite
the younger
movies.
one. Or the other one.
Serena's younger.
Serena's younger. Yeah.
They twins.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But they're not big difference, 2 years
Not
or
much, yeah.
something.
Not much, yeah.
We could definitely do that because I have a method
The
on
younger
how
one
I
is
bet,
always better.
how I pick on some of those fucking movies.
Yeah.
Like like makeup has got to be like a Gilded Age type fucking shit. Like there's a method.
You've
on how to
bet
pick
on this before?
I've done like the whole list against my wife, and we usually like bet something. Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
I've
You
never.
can't smoke for 12 hours.
Nah. Usually
All right, let me
kill
get
her.
it through the intro and then the standings, and then we'll cut because that was another 10
Go to
minute
bed.
She's never won.
podcast.
Because you love smoking so much.
All right,
It's rigged.
the Oscars.
No, him.
Me.
Because he could never not smoke.
Stop. Thanks for that.
I could go for some pizza. All right, here we go.
Seriously.
Sounded real.
I know. Even without that.